Hello, folks. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, Arvanauts, to a 9:35 p.m. Eastern stream. I hope everyone is doing well, and I hope you folks are looking forward to our stream today, which is, to be clear, not actually Ghost of Tsushima. I swear to God, I was like, I bet if I don't take care of this now, I'm going to forget. And then sure enough, I had 6 million things that happened at once where everyone's like, hey, can you talk to me? Blah, 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 blah. And so, I went to deal with that, which means that, of course, I completely forgot that I did not change my Twitch dashboard. So if you'll just bear with me for just 1 minute, presents the Arvocalists with Citizen Sleeper. Hey. Day 2. Okay, that's what I wanted to say. Just went live with the, let's see, Arv streams, the Arvocalists. Okay, just went live with, bear with me, I is professional streamer. Because I was like, wait, why does it say Ghost of Tsushima? I'm like, oh, it would say that because I have accidentally added that to the mix, and I am sorry about that. All right, so there's that. And then I can get, that is all correct, but that is not correct. That is not correct. That is not correct. Let's get voice acting, cooperative, multiplayer, and done. There we go. My fault. Sorry about that. My bad. Here we are. Okay, we're all good. We're all fine here now. Thanks. How are you? Sorry about that all. So yes, we are playing some Citizen Sleeper tonight. And as I was talking about on my stream and elsewhere, that is what we are doing. So I hope folks are excited for this, and excited as I am for this session. It's going to be awesome. Before we go any further, I've already talked about this earlier, so I'm just going to zip through it quickly. If you haven't done so, follow the channel. Check out the YouTube with !ArvTube. Check out the Discord with !ArvCord. Twitter !ArvTweets. Website arvanellarun.com. Financially !Arv shop for the merchandise area. !Arv for the Patreon. Please sub to the channel. Those things all help do things like pay my voice actors, for example. If you haven't already done so, please check out !Icarus for my Icarus graphic novel. !Library for Tales and Tomes in the Forbidden Library, my 5e adventure and sourcebook. !Grayshade for all things Grayshade, the novel, the 2 sequels, Renegade and Heretic, the tabletop role-playing game, and the audiobook over there. And of course, it was exclamation. So then, !BLM, Black Lives Matter, very important to affirm and assert the significance of Black lives. !Help Now, the World Health Organization page on suicide prevention. Very important to reach out to others when you need help, and to reach out to others when they need help as well. And !Help Now, the World Health Organization page on suicide prevention. I think I said that already, but reach out to others, have them reach out to you as well. And !Ukraine, Ukraine, to help the people of Ukraine as they fight back against an illegal and illegitimate war. And since we're coming to you right now at 9:40 p.m. Eastern, and I know that on the West Coast of the United States, the polls have not yet closed. If you have not yet done so, go and vote. It looks like right now our votes, it looks like there is not a red wave. I repeat, not a red wave. There have been some mixed results, but largely a lot of very good decisions and good votes as well. And what it suggests, again, is that yes, it's a polarized electorate, blah, 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 blah. But if things keep up, then there is a chance to preserve sanity. So please continue that by getting out and voting. Please do it now. If you are on the West Coast, go do that now, and then come back and watch us as we play some Citizen Sleeper. Otherwise, the other thing I need to mention is that I'll be back on Friday as well with Valorword, some Speculate action with Valorword with Michael R. Underwood as your GM. I will be playing in that game, of course. And then on Saturday, it is our amazing Speculate fundraiser, and you will not want to miss that. It will begin at 3 p.m. Eastern with Triffity Metz and Prince Justin and Sean Duke from the Skiffy and Fanty podcast. They will be reprising their roles from the Midwinter's Morning Critical Crafting D&D one-shot from last year. This, though, the time they will be doing a Halloween-based adventure, or at least a spooky season-based adventure, I guess. That'll be happening, so you'll definitely want to stop by for that. Then, at about 6 p.m. Eastern, Mike and Brandon and myself will be playing Destiny 2 together. It's going to be a good time. You'll definitely want to make sure you're there for that. And then in the evening, we will have Yori Kusano and the amazing Amazing Strange Friends playing Blades in the Deep, a Blades in the Dark, Waterdeep heist mashup, basically. And all of that will be to benefit the Speculate podcast. We're trying to raise $500, and if we can get to $1,000, even better, to give you a lot more audio content and stuff like that. So it's going to be good times. You will definitely want to make that. It's going to be cool, awesome, exciting, and all that kind of good stuff. So that's what we're looking at for right now. I'm very excited about it. And now, with no further ado, I am going to unmute myself to let the folks know that we're ready to go. And then I am going to unmute them. And last but certainly not least, I'm going to go over to reveal to you that the crew is here, although I seem to have somehow, how did this happen? Wait a minute. Someone is not there that's supposed to be. I don't know why. Yeah, I don't understand what just happened. There's Dot. That's Dot. What happened to Zach? Why is...
I am a series of letters and text.
I don't understand why that happened.
I have transmogrified myself.
Okay, let's see.
I'm not ignoring you. I'm definitely also not listening to the voices last time, so I know what we're doing today. Not
Okay, well, hang on a second. I know that it's somewhere, and I don't know why it's not showing what it's supposed to show. Hold on a second.
Don't worry, chat. Just imagine what my face looks like. You know, I have an afro, glasses, a beard. That's all you need. And then you'll be fine.
This is very odd. I don't understand it. Because you were captured perfectly well before, but...
Yeah, I didn't touch my video. Very strange.
Oh,
yeah, we can't actually move and change.
I know why it's doing that. For some reason, it's decided to show you there instead of there. It just decided to, like, I'm going to move you over. There you are. Now I just need to get you moved over here where you belong. There you go.
Where I
right
belong.
Back where you belong. There we go.
Where I belong.
There is Zach.
West
right
Virginia.
In his appropriate spot. Okay. Good.
Sorry, I said mountain home. You just didn't hear me. Take me home.
All right, there we are. So yes, all the people are here as they should be. And it is good to see folks here. I am excited for some Citizen Sleeper. Remember, chat, that this is our last pre-big Arvocalist event, because next month it is A Christmas Carol coming at you like wham, like just, like a Santa Claus sled heading right for you, is what we got going on. So that's going to be happening next month. But this month we've got Citizen Sleeper with the amazing Arvocalist. Now I'll begin with the hardest working person in show business, and someone who has announcements that she can now shout to the rooftops, and that's Little Red Dot. So go ahead and shout, Dot. I hope you're doing well. Tell me all the things. Tell us the things that you can now announce.
I'm Dot. You can find me as Little Red Dot. But soon you're going to be able to find my name in the front cover print as the world designer for the new Fallout tabletop game, baby.
Yeah.
By Modifius. Pew, 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 pew.
Outstanding.
Yeah, I'm very excited. They announced the book yesterday. They had a Discord AMA kind of chat where they spilled a lot of the beans, not all of the beans, but I can say the book is coming early 2023. They're aiming for first quarter, so keep your eye out. If you like Fallout and you like the way that I tell stories and stuff, you're gonna love this, because it's my little brainchild. It's like my little love letter to Fallout.
Awesome.
It's awesome. So congratulations, cool. That's really
Thanks,
cool.
Friends.
Yep. Super, super cool. And so now, I assume that means that you will also have functional control over all future Fallout content in all senses, right?
Yes,
Video
obviously,
games,
clearly, Bethesda's going to hire Dot to write all of their stories.
I would assume so. So just remember us, when you're on your way up, like about the people.
Y'all remember me. Y'all go tell them you want me to write their stories, and maybe they'll give me a job.
No, that's awesome. Congratulations. Anything else exciting been happening besides that? Or is it?
No, the cruise is coming up. D3 at Sea. I've been talking about that, so I'll be out for a few weeks. But PAX is coming, so if you're headed to PAX U, I'll be at PAX U. But that was like it's my real big excited holiday shout, big shout.
Yeah, no, I mean, and that's a big one. So congratulations. That's awesome. And well-deserved. And you will get a chance to hear the voice stylings, the multiple voice stylings, actually, of Dot tonight, with all the voices that we've got queued up. So it's going to be good times. Always a pleasure to have Dot with us. Also a pleasure to have Zach with us. Now, Zach, are you going to tell me now that you're just like, well, actually, I'm doing the new Mass Effect, just so everybody knows, I'm running. Yeah. I'm going to be running their official Mass Effect tabletop game that they've somehow released. And right? Is Is that what I can expect to hear from you? You know,
no. I have some things that are in December on my docket, D&D related, D&D feature related, but can't talk about them yet. But yeah, no. Otherwise, I'm good. Hi, chat. I'm Zach. I do things. I'm a person that's got an afro. That's pretty much all you need to know. I do voices, and today I'm very, very excited to do voices for this game. I mean, if there's one thing I have to give this team credit for, is our beautiful choice selection of games, whether it's Dot Finding Purgatory for us or Citizen Sleeper here. And of course the classics of Ace Attorney. I miss Ace Attorney. It's always carved out a little spot in my Arvocalist heart. So can't wait till we eventually get back to that next year.
We shall. We usually exactly. We do this, then hit that up for a few months, and then we will definitely get to it for sure.
But otherwise, I'm great, and I'm excited to be here to see the continuation of this story.
All right. Well, then, in that case, I am going to get rid of whatever the heck that nonsense is.
You don't say.
And I'm going to do this.
Oops, I closed.
Okay. Right. Okay. And wait, what? Oh, all right. Well, hold on a second. I didn't realize that I had a Citizen Sleeper download to do. Hold on, chat. Yeah. Hold on just a second.
Your sort of like waiting screen at the start of the stream said there was a free update, which was I don't know if that was
now it's from before not. Actually, okay. Because that's a still picture I've had for a while. But as it turns out, I suppose, I mean, it was like 8 megs, so this is not.
Oh, all right.
This is not really a big deal.
Unless
we'll be there in just a moment.
Yes, Illness trending saying "shut up" in Ace Attorney is
a highlight of the channel. 100%. And yes, that's a good point, CQ. For people who like NeoCab, I think there's a lot to like in Citizen Sleeper. I think that's a good comparison. I think NeoCab takes itself I should say the other way around. Citizen Sleeper takes itself a little more seriously than NeoCab did. But there's some resonances that I can definitely see there. Okay, the other stuff I will download later on. So let me pop up Citizen Sleeper and let's do it. Let's do this. We have played 5 hours so far of this game.
Is there like a average time?
I don't know, actually.
Like a 30 or 40 hour game? I'm interested. Because I know we're going to go longer than this. So.
You think so? Okay. Oh, shoot. Which one is... I don't remember which one is us. Well, we'll find out.
Probably the second one.
Probably the second one, yeah, I would guess. I may have saved it in 2 different slots, actually, because I don't...
That's what I'm wondering, if you just didn't save 2 of them.
I think you kept your initial playthrough when you did it.
Well, this looks like ours because you did a full dice roll before we left, so you have all your dice.
That's right. That's right. Okay, so let's kind of catch up on what we were doing here. So we have building a ship mind. We could build a ship mind core. And we have to gain access to the Ort Fabricator. And the Ort Fabricator would be... let's see. Whoops. Nope. All right. The Ort Fabricator, I think, was... where was it? Was it that? No. Damn it. Stop doing that. Leave. There's a place where we found... Not Dragos' yard, not Fang Dock. The Ambergris, Sealed Dock, the Overlook Bar, Dock B2... Ort Exchange. Yeah, because we opened up some of this. Yeah, I think this is definitely ours. Anyway, so we have that. We have building a ship mind. We have disabling the SN app tracker. That's our guy Feng that we met. He has to get the bottom of his mystery. That's the stuff that we kind of do in cyberspace, so to speak, chat. So we've got that. We've got extract the past. That's also Feng. So we extract Solheim data for him. We've got Fix the Ambergris. That's Ankita's cutter is out of commission, so we're supposed to help her get it running again by repairing the ship's hull. So we're kind of doing that some off and on. We have Neo-Vend. That was the vending machine that is hiding from the hunter. And we need
our little vending machine friend.
Yeah, and we need to buy it a ship mind, and that's why this is up here too. So if we can gain access to the Ort Fabricator, we can do that. Get to know Emphas. This is our cook, our good friend the cook up here. That if we supply him with stories and food, we can get his story. So we have to get him, I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right, girole caps, which are kind of mushrooms, basically. Study the winter light. This is the wreckage that is right here. We've been doing some work in Dragos's yard up here, so there's that we need to study. And then the last one is to survive. So we need to wait until Sabine acquires a stabilizer. We buy a vial of stabilizer, but that's not cheap. It's about 100 or so credits, so we'll have to keep that in mind. We get a little bit closer.
Just so you know, the sound is just like the ambient noise is a little loud.
Yeah, actually, I think the whole thing is a little loud.
Oh no!
Of course, it has given us.
If only music adjustment.
Interesting. Okay, let me turn on the whole thing. I don't know why it's so loud.
I just noticed, like, for some reason it was just a little. It felt like you were yelling over it, or like
yeah,
you
I think you're right.
Over it.
All right, let's do this. Okay, let's pop that up. Nope. Let's do that.
For being in space, it's awfully loud.
How's that?
Much better, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's better. I don't know why it's that loud. I also don't know why. This is just a quick note to all developers. I love you all, especially the indie games folks. Put a volume slider in your freaking game, please.
Yeah.
Like, come on. It's 2022, for the love of God. If you could do music, why wouldn't you want to do Champion?
I felt like I was standing next to a vacuum cleaner.
Yeah, exactly. In space, everything can hear you scream. Apparently, Hillness, yeah, that was right. Okay, so I'm thinking, so we have some good roles here. So I feel like what we've been doing, which is a decent kind of structure to it, is to do the cyber stuff first, because those usually use these 2s and 1s. Get those out of the way, then come
do the
topside.
easy stuff. Yeah,
exactly. And then go to the ones where we need the big, and then we'll have to decide as a group which we think are the most important things to do, and which will give us awesome voices. So, all right. So, let us return to the world of cyber world. Okay.
Yes. Forget what this is called.
Yatagam
Careful,
agent.
you may run into the hunter.
Yeah, it's true actually. That
scary.
Is that close? Or is it, I forget if it's all the way down or it's all the way up.
I have no idea.
I don't remember. Yeah. Well, we need to go in here and get this stuff from anyway, so, I mean...
We'll go have to do it.
We're going to have to do what we have to do, right?
I think I've got a button prepared.
Do you just for that? Oh, great. All right. Let's bypass. Extract the data.
The data.
Yep, there's the hunter. Well, we have that answer. Glimmer in the dark catches your eye as the orb of Hunter's head appears in the distance looking for you. Okay, so do we run or do we hide? Is the question.
I vote we run.
Yeah, I think so.
We tried hiding before and then he just found us.
That's right, he just found us. We may not be able to do it either way. Congratulations, by the way, Emily, on the 2,000 for the Kickstarter. Go check that out, chat. The Kickstarter that's being run by Athos for treasures, including Kukuri pins from Greyshade, my novel Greyshade, and a bunch of other stuff like that. Check it out. And also, Echo, did I see that it's your birthday today? Is that accurate? Because if so, happy birthday, Echo. Okay, you turn away and glide back into the cloud, threads of data rushing past. Another glimmer catches your eye closer now. Oh, why am I reading?
I was just thinking that.
You should be reading. You're the voice actress.
Yes, I should.
Yes, go ahead. Sorry, Zach.
Another glimmer catches your eye. Closer now. That roving orb wreathed in tentacles. It flickers, jumps once, twice, and then it is here. Hunter is here.
The reason I did that is because I've been playing Road Warden over on GOG.com. That has a lot of reading, and so that's all. So I was just kind of into it. So happy one day later birthday, Echo.
Yes,
on Mass
happy
Effect
one day
Day.
later birthday.
You had it on N7 Day. Oh, that's right. So happy birthday, Echo. One day late. Okay.
Entity, submit to inquiry.
Hunter reaches for you. In that unpleasantly familiar way, its waving threads creating a cage.
Struggle.
You push against the threads as they close in, becoming frenzied as you push them aside. You are caught by whipping tendrils and feel them pulling you away from the anchor of your body.
Okay.
You push through, clearing the threads.
Entity, hold for processing.
Comes the scream from behind, but you are already gliding away, back to your anchor, your body. You awake, Dizzy, distorted, but safe.
All right. We did lose a little bit of energy there, but,
Ooh.
you know, I mean, what are you going to do, right? Probably a good time.
Okay, so note to self, the bar fills. It increases, not decreases.
It does not decrease, yeah. Quick note to ourselves, yeah.
Uh-huh.
All right, so we have more Solheim data. So while we're here, we probably should use one of these other ones and then get out. So the question is, do we do Keynode, which gives us protocols? I think that gives us could give us credits, which we could use. And then Havenage, one of the reasons we might do that is because we eventually want access to the, to this place here, which I think is Havenage Shipyard. So the way that you get into some of these places is to work there. No tourists here. There's a place that you need Havenage data, and I don't remember what it is specifically, but there's a place where you need that data. So, I mean, obviously we don't want to. We only need to do one more of these before we leave for now with a hunter. But, so I think I'm gonna hit up the Keynode because we have a 1 here. Extract data. Okay, neutral outcome, +1 encrypted key. Okay, yeah, we got one thing from the hunter. All right, I think we've tempted fate enough for now. Okay, now we can go back and talk to Feng because we have some data for him. Specifically Solheim data. And this should clear this clock for him. Yeah, nice. Light up as the data is transferred over, hands you a stack of chits, waves you off. So now we should be good to go because we got his thing. So yeah, now all right, let's roll. Okay, and I think you're Feng, right, Zach?
Mm-hmm. I think I am. So
as you enter the bay, Feng is nowhere to be seen. Banks of servers and machines blink out of the dark in staccato rhythms, unseeing eyes of the station's digital ghosts.
Shitheads.
Feng's voice echoes from behind a stack, followed by the hammer of a fist on a metal casing.
These snaky shitheads.
Who's snaky?
Sleeper.
Feng's smile's head pops out from behind a stack.
Just the emulated consciousness I've been eager to see. Come back here.
You pick your way between the thrumming stacks, trying not to trip on the loose bundles of cables that blanket the dark floor. Feng is set in front of a set of monitors, mounted to a stack.
Tell me, Sleeper, what do you see here?
Feng waves at a monitor to his side, glowing with pale lists of information. You lean in closer, looking for links in the data. The tables seem to be filled with personal information. Names, genders, dates, ID numbers, all the markers of institutional records.
Shitheads?
Feng laughs.
Maybe not all of them, but what kind of shitheads?
Solheim?
Bingo.
He taps at the terminal.
I pulled these from the old data you brought in. All employees of the Eye's original owners, and...
Oh, he leans past you and scrolls the list down.
This one. This is a snaky shithead.
He stabs at the screen with a finger. The name reads...
Hardin Hurst.
Who's Hardin?
That,
says Feng, gives you a sideways look,
is the thing.
He drags a stool out beside him and motions for you to sit.
There just so happens to be a Hardin Hurst in Havenage.
He waits for your reaction.
In Havenage?
That's it. He's right here on the station now.
Feng leans back in his chair.
Just think about it. Decades ago, Hardin worked on this station as a...
Feng leans across to look at the monitor.
Senior Strategic Operations Executive.
Feng raises his eyebrows at you.
Our Hardin was keeping the money coming in for Solheim. He defined priority growth initiatives by making sure the extractors they contracted out to were hooked into a system that outsourced all the risk and kept the profit.
I don't know. That seems that's so unrealistic.
Good old Hardin shuttled thousands of palladium-rich rush workers into an infrastructure which meant that their cut of the work they did went straight back into Solheim.
How do you know this?
I grew up here, Sleeper. This is my history. I'm a child of the collapse.
It's a great
Bang
name
turns back to,
for a book, by the way. Sorry, I was just going to say it's a great name for a book, like Child of the Collapse.
Oh,
like
yeah.
That'd be great. Sorry, go on.
Bang turns back to his screen, staring hard at the strings of code flickering by.
Before I was born, my parents were Solheim contractors. They ate in Solheim canteens, worked on Solheim ships. They breathed Solheim air and slept in Solheim beds.
Bang's voice raises as he speaks, his hands fists on the terminal edge.
That's a strange one. His hands, fists.
Yeah, that one took me a second. I had to pause.
Yeah, hands, fists.
And the work that paid for that existence, the cycles of hard extraction out in the belt, Solheim took their cut. This was a company town, so to speak, and my parents were just another in the long line of freelance contractors willing to risk their lives for a shot at anything other than poverty. Disposable. This guy,
stabbing at Hardin once again with his finger,
strategized all that, did the sums, and then somehow thousands and thousands of cycles later is still going, still here, crawling in the walls like some shithead snake. He survived the revolution.
But how?
These guys, they were big time. There's a lot of money can get you if you're a company man.
Bang relaxes a little.
But how is he still kicking? I really don't know.
He turns to you and smiles.
So we're gonna find out.
Rude no. Hands, fists, knuckles, nails, wrists.
Arden's now a big shot in the shipyards, just a few degrees back from the eye from here.
Bang brings up a map of the lower eye.
Now we know about why we have to go to the shipyards.
Havenage might be born out of Erlin's revolutionary zeal, but a flat hierarchy it is not. Arden happened to float to the top.
Bang zooms in on the far yards. Bang grimaces.
Thing is, I don't have access to those systems. The shipyard crew is pretty paranoid. They don't like anyone from systems digging around in their stuff. Plus, we need more than just the name of an executive. We need proof.
Bang holds up a thumbnail-sized drive.
That's where this little creation of mine comes in. I call it a ripper worm.
He turns the drive between his fingers.
Ripper worm. It'll rip through any digital storage and spin out a silken thread of filtered data. This one is set on the scent of Hardin Hurst.
He hands it over.
Getting into the compound might be tricky.
Bang puts a hand on your shoulder.
But you, however, have a particular knack for remote access.
Fang grins.
If you can extract yourself a Havenage cipher from a Havenage agent, sometimes carry them among their data caches, you can crack open the compound's network and slot the worm in through any open port. You never even need to go near the shipyards.
Oh, sure. I can't imagine why there'd be anything that would ever go wrong.
So, what do you say? Up for it?
You know, yeah. Mostly because I like the what's in it for me thing. We're going to get rewarded regardless. So, like, why, antagonize him and be like, well, what's in it for me? It's a tough life, and then you're emulated. Like, come on.
I knew it. I knew you'd be extremely happy to catch the snake and not limited by your dialogue options. And don't worry. Once we nail this guy, I'll start work on that tracker of yours. I haven't forgotten.
Bang scratches at his chin.
Anything the worm gets, it'll send it back here to me. There's something wrong here, and oh, no, let's try that again. There's something wrong here, and I aim to get to the rotten core of it.
Does anyone else have you've both seen Blade, right? Have you seen Blade? Okay,
a while ago. Yeah.
Like this to me has very strong Chris Christopherson's character's vibes. Eventually gets taken out at the, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
The Ripper Worm will send everyone, like the enemies when they track it down. Like, I don't know. This, very scary stuff.
You leave Fang digging through data among the wires and machines of the old station. As you walk out, you try to imagine the Eye as it once was. A vast machine running smooth and strong, directed by people like Hardin.
I think it's a data analysis tool, but it's also a Trojan, right, Hilness? It basically is a thing that feeds stuff back to him.
A vast Soldheim-built machine into which thousands poured from the surrogate systems looking for a new life. The hope of a better future, engineered to line someone else's pockets. It's an idea you are intimately familiar with. You think of Hardin, still active, still part of this place, and wonder if the past is ever truly past.
That's interesting. Okay, well, now we have a reason to go to Havenage, but we got other problems too. Okay, so we have a 2, a 6, and a 5. We are almost done with this rotunda.
Oh,
do it.
Yeah, that's just going to automatically happen.
Oh, that automatically happens. Okay, yeah, my bad. So, this thing, I think we have something set, don't we?
Yep.
Where this is like this cycle clock is working. Yeah. So it's getting back its way up. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So we're good on that score. We don't need to spend time on that. So we have then, let's see. Okay, that is also automatic, so nothing to say about that. We've got this. Neoven wants to be smuggled out of the dock, right? We need to get the ship mined. We got the overlook bar. We got into a fight there. And then we've got this. What's going on here with this clock? Oh yeah, that we're being hunted.
Yeah, there's someone out in space who's coming after us.
Yeah. All right, so we gotta pick up the pace there. Winter light. So we've got one more of these.
I would finish it. Like if there's some stuff to finish, I'd finish.
Yeah, I think it's a good call before we have to bail out on that place.
Uh-huh.
So okay. So this is safe to do.
I was saying, can you use the...
Could use the 2 on that. It's, 50% chance it's not going to work, but it's safe. Or...
Yeah, I'd maybe use the 5.
Just to make sure, yeah, because worst comes to worst, it's
neutral.
Yeah, all right. Hey, positive, we get a scrap item too. Okay, nice. We have done what we needed to do, meaning... All right, I guess we'll go back to Zach on this one, maybe. Because Dragos, because this will be because Dot plays Dragos, so.
Right.
Okay, cool. Squeezed into the office at the entrance to the yard, you lay out everything you have on the winter light across the metal desk. Your makeshift forensic notes glow on Dragos's old writing slate, overlapping lines and scrawled annotations. A set of drone scans fill the small terminal with a spectrum of colors, a heat map of damage and decay. A crumpled printout from the office's ship registry lies beside them. Synthetic paper so thin, it's almost transparent.
All right, let's look at that first.
A plain list shows the registration history of the Winterlight. The gaps between the entries tantalizingly opaque. Its first registration was a couple of thousand cycles ago on this very station, logged at the central hub.
I wonder if our boy Hardin Hurt or Hudson Hawk or whatever the hell his name is has something to do with Winterlight.
Maybe. From here, the registry tells the story of a busy ship, one that rarely stayed on station for more than a few cycles and often took on voyages that kept it away from the Eye for up to 100 cycles. The Winterlight got little rest.
All right, let's look at the monitor.
Reactor failure. That is the verdict that anyone would have returned after a cursory glance at these stacked heat maps of the remains of the Winterlight. On the terminal screen, the ship is shown in section, blotches of color marking the approximate damage the ship sustained. Dominating the view is a single blood-red rose, radiating from the ship's fraction drive. A simple story. A catastrophic failure of the drive core, leading to a fatal hull breach. A well-documented failure, likely brought on by wear or misuse.
Okay.
But you aren't looking at the rose of the reactor. You're looking at a smaller, paler mark, one that might be easy to miss at first glance. It's thumbprint-sized and delicately placed over the control servos for the ship's main external airlock. It suggests a controlled, shaped explosion, one designed to punch through the hull and allow access to the airlock from the outside. You're looking at it because it's troubling you.
This ship was sabotaged, y'all.
Your attempts at a reconstruction of the Winterlight before its fatal accident consists of a series of overlapping sketches and diagrams, showing possible layouts and configurations of the gutted cutter. This was no off-the-shelf model. It was heavily modified, parts replaced with inventive configurations, the new retrofitted into the old, handmade joints and reconditioned filters. This was someone's pride and joy, a lifetime project kept running with care and intuition. It also contained a set of hidden compartments. You missed them at first, where the hull had been thickened, the corners rounded to disguise the change, but they are there.
Inside, you find 500 credits and 3 ship mines.
Yeah. An old ship, many cycles under its belt, carefully maintained. A reactor failure preceded by a carefully concealed external entry, a suite of hidden compartments tucked away. This was the Winterlight, and this was its story.
And ding ding, it's like, yeah. And this is its story.
Sounds a lot like the ship from Firefly.
Right? That's true, yeah.
But that's not the full story, because there's something else. Ding ding. It's a little more than a list, a tiny chunk of data you were able to pull from the ship's system. The main systems were fried, of course, but the Winterlight had a separate system, one tucked away in one of its hidden compartments, armored, air-walled. This list, the only recoverable piece from the whole system, is a partial inventory. It details the contents of the hidden compartments. Some of it you recognize, some of it you don't. Ship-mined ROMs, shimmer, cryo chain codes, and then the final entry, passenger sleeper. You stare at the list on the terminal and try not to think about what it was like arriving here. In the cold for so long, half frozen in the freight container. Had this sleeper been smarter, luckier? How had they convinced the Winterlight, a smuggler's ship if you ever saw one, to extract them from Essenarp? Luckier. You laugh. You laugh, Harv, you laugh! Thanks. Oh, there had been no remains found in any of the Winterlight's compartments. You had checked. They weren't so lucky, you guess. Not in the end. You hold up a vial of stabilizer to the light. This was all you find in their compartment.
Ooh.
A parting gift from Essenarp.
Nice.
Well, it won't go to waste now. You put it back in your pocket.
We don't have to worry about the money now. Oh, good.
Oh.
That's like the stabilizer for us. So we can use that. We don't have to use it now, but we'll be able to use it later on, and that saves us 100 credits. So
our space drugs.
Yeah.
The thought still bothers you, though. 2 ships carrying sleepers coming into the same yard. 2, one after the other. It feels wrong. There should be 3. You flick back and forth between data sets on the terminal, thinking, and you see that thumbprint again, the mark of someone trying to get in. Someone who entered the Winterlight with precision and speed. And when they were done, left the reactor to clean up the rest.
Interesting.
The thought of that person makes you shiver. Suddenly the office door creaks open. Drago stands in the doorway, staring at the equipment and notes you've assembled.
What's all this?
He snatches the slate from the desk, faster than you realized he could move.
You running an investigation here? What am I paying you for?
The drone on his shoulder starts whining shrilly, his anger passing to it through his implants.
All right, well, time to go on offense. Where's this ship from?
Leave this alone.
He starts shaking his head.
I know you have a lot of questions, but this isn't the way.
He turns away, muttering to himself.
This is the last thing I need.
I want to know the answer to this question, but this one opens things up better, I think. This ship had a sleeper on it.
Dragos freezes, suddenly angry.
What did you say?
He pushes past you to look at the terminal, at the list. He shakes his head.
So what? Aren't all of you trying to escape? You are lucky it was you that made it out alive, not them.
He folds his arms indignantly. Draco seems to steady himself and then turns back to you, the heat map of the reactor failure reflected in his headset's glassy eyes.
I've given you a place to stay. I've given you work.
He stumbles over the words, unsure what to say.
There's plenty others who would have sold you on, turned you in, but not me, no.
I know.
He softens.
Look, you've helped me too.
He quiets the drone.
I've done well by you, and you've returned the favor.
He straightens up and clears his throat.
But this obsession you have with the ship isn't going to work for me. I can't have you making my clients nervous. I can't have you digging up whatever it is you're after.
He sighs.
You can't work here anymore.
So here's the thing. We don't actually probably need the money because we can probably get it from Feng or maybe the bar now. But, like, I mean, I feel bad. I don't want to just abandon Dragos, but, like... So a part of me is tempted to say, what about the winter? Like, you know...
Do it!
Tell me something. But I'm worried that he's going to be like, you know...
Ask me, Arv. Yeah, you ask me.
What about the winter light?
He reaches over and switches the monitor off.
Forget about the damn ship. You have enough to keep you up.
Dragos reaches across you and flicks off the terminal. As the light of the monitor dies, a kind of eerie calm falls on both of you. Whatever this was, it's done.
You made it out, Sleeper. That means you have to move on.
Someone killed that ship and its crew.
And you want to meet them?
He shakes his head.
We're done here.
In the dark, Dragos' headset glints, and you wish for a moment you could see his eyes and meet them. Maybe then he would understand. You get up from the desk and Dragos gathers the notes, stuffing them into a pocket of his overalls. He holds the door for you, his headset as expressionless as always.
You can stay in the container. I won't take that from you. Don't come back.
His tone is final, definite, with an edge of disappointment. You walk out of the office and then out of the yard, not stopping to look back. You leave the yard, thumbing the vial in your pocket, knowing that this, at least, guarantees you a little more time. And as you walk, your mind once again drifts to that person who killed the Winterlight, and whether or not that person will come for you.
He was going to kick us out eventually anyway, but... Okay. Oh, we have an upgrade point, I believe. If I can remember how to... Yes, we do. Okay, so we have an upgrade point. So... Chance to gain energy after any engage action is possible. Sunbathe Dice action allows energy recovery at home. It allows us to recover energy, although I think we probably have been all right with that.
I'm looking at, on the right side, eventually we can get instant karma.
Sorry.
There.
Reroll all of your dice once per cycle. Oh,
that seems pretty useful.
That is pretty useful. So...
Oh, and that's the same line that you liked anyway, the predictive reason.
Yep. Okay, I agree with you. I think that's a good call. Okay. The next one will allow us to do that. But this gives us an extra +1 on the predictive reasoning anyway.
Yeah.
So that's I think worth it.
Whatever Intuit is used for.
Yeah. Okay. Well, looks like we're going to need ourselves a job. All right, we still need a ship mine core. We only have the ship mine fragment. So we're going to need more energy, so we'll have to talk to him. We've also got this low-end gate thing, which we have not gone into, and I'm wondering if now that we have money, now that we don't need to worry about the stabilizer, I'm wondering if that means... Yeah, I'm wondering if that means that we then can just, like, you know, pay for food so we can get our energy, but then go down to the low-end gate, because that's where we're going to get his mushrooms that he needs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, eventually we have to, because these clocks are all going on their own.
Yeah.
We need a ship mind. That they're not
what
back
other,
yet.
What other goals are in our, the thing over there?
We've got to fix the ambergris, but that's automatically doing it. That's going automatically. Extract the past. We have to hack a Havenage agent for Fang. I mean, that we could still do that because we have a 2, so we could go and try to do that. That's in the Cyberverse again. Disable your tracker. We have to do that by helping Feng, so we can't do anything with that now. Building a ship mind we talked about. So that means, and survive, we've already talked about. Like, that's what we're doing. So really, it's basically get to know Emphas, or go into the Cyberverse and get the thing for Feng. So I don't know. I mean, I would do the Emphas thing because also it gives us, like, maybe in the lower end gate we find other places where we can get ship mind stuff. Maybe.
Yeah. Sure.
So
let's take a look.
That's what I'm thinking. So food first, and then we'll do that. Okay. Input 15 cryo.
3/4 portion. Order fungus.
And zap. There we go. Lovely. Fungus fan. Yes. Okay. And then
I want a shirt that says fungus fan.
Oh! Okay, I didn't know. We still didn't have enough. We need 60 for that? Shoot. All right, well, I guess we go into the Cyberverse then, and we have to hack
the Cyberverse.
The Havenage agent here. And
there you go.
Look at that. Okay, so leaving them open to data extraction. All right, so we extracted the data. Hunter is still trying to track us down. There's another Havenage agent. Let's see.
Maybe because this is about the shipyard and like getting access to it. Maybe it's in the Cyberverse, but on like maybe it's on the shipyard, but
I see.
On the Cyberverse.
Later. Yeah. Also, we could do these because they would also give us... Yeah, so we could also use up a little bit of energy, but it would also give us... it would be negative, but we could gain yard hand. All right, let's check the Cyberverse first. There's a key-node, but that isn't the same thing. Havenage Gate. Yeah. Yep. Quite right. And maybe this is where we're able to put the Ripper Worm. We're in. Okay. Havenage Port. Input 1 Ripper Worm.
Nice.
Okay. Shipyard server slotted. The worm slots in and begins tunneling down a thread. Godspeed, little one.
Cool.
So that's it, I guess. And here's our boy Feng. Ripper Worm is installed. It'll take a few cycles. Okay, so
nice.
So we're good on that score. So now it's just about getting money, I guess, basically, so that we can try to get down below. We have 1/6 left. So we can't go in there. We can't do that. We've already done that. So we either, like, speed up one of these clocks. Because I don't think we can do anything with this. Yeah, no, we don't want to inject stabilizer yet. This one allows us to... Good service. Tal's backing. The pay isn't great. Throw a shift or 2.
25 cryo.
So we should probably do that.
Okay. Yeah, I guess.
And it'll be 100% positive, and also good service will help us get in with the bar. I mean, I think it makes the most sense.
Agreed.
Plus 15 cryo, plus 2 good service. Okay. 62. All right. So that's the amount. Of course, the problem is we're not going to have any. We're not going to have any, things to use in those dice. But
hopefully, they don't make you pay the toll more than once.
Oh God, yeah, I know that would suck.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it.
Ooh, look at this. We have access to a few things. All right. First of all, the low end. No one knows you're here. You'll need to change that if you want access to the low end's residence and facilities. So block maintenance. These ramshackle blocks always need repairs. Helping out's a good way to make friends. And then play tabla. The clack of filter claps can be heard in every concourse in the low end as the residents play rotating rounds of this game for cryo. Can't do anything now, obviously, because we don't have any dice, but that is one useful thing if we're going to gather that. And then this, the free spoke, now that we have access to. Enter the spoke. No map. Spoke is layer after layer after layer of dense urban fabric. The only way to explore it is vertically. So we can climb up the spoke. Either, scale the spoke with engage or enter the spoke with intuit. And again, intuit is good. All right. So we have a couple of things to think about then. We've got, and there's something else too. Founder's Gap. To reach the Greenway. That's what he wanted us to do. He wanted us to go to the Greenway. That was where we get the mushrooms. That's 150 credits. Jesus.
Wow.
All right, well.
Got a lot of bar work to do.
Yeah, no kidding. We'll get right on that, Chief. I mean, I guess the best thing to do then is going to be when we get more dice, go to the low end, I think, and see what we can do about getting to know them. Because I don't see how going here and exploring gets us money. I mean, maybe we find something on the way up, but like...
Yeah.
You know. So, anyway, all right. Got to rest for now, though. End cycle. Yeah, right, CQ? 100 here, 100 there. Exactly. All right. Oh, right, because I need to get my energy more. Okay. Right. Okay, I don't need to do the stabilizer quite yet. All right, we got 4 dice to work with. Oh, and this is now clear. Interesting. What is this? Oh, we can buy a ship mine fragment. Look at that. Acquired a couple of rare shipments. 60 cryo, though. We can haggle over their prices.
To get it, I think. Oh, never mind. I think they can sell 2.
They can sell 2. But it looks like 3. Looks like we got 3 cycles, if I'm reading that correctly, before they leave.
Right.
Perk predictive reasoning, blah, 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 blah. Okay, we need engage, but we need a skill upgrade, and we don't have it. So it's 60 cryo or bust, I guess. Interesting. All right, he's still working. That's still going. Nobody's back there yet. Man, we don't even have enough to get food.
We don't.
No, we only have 2 cryo. All right, well, we better
go gamble and get some money.
Yeah, I think that's what we're probably gonna have to do. So if we do risky here, 100% oh wait, really? 100% positive. Can I get any better?
That won't get us any cryo. That just gets us reputation. It looks like, right?
I think no. That's if we lose. If we win, we get +2 low ender, but. I would think we would have to win cryo, wouldn't we? I know it says predictive reasoning, but like, if we win, why would we lose money?
Well, that's only one way to find out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
got +3 cryo.
Okay.
You duel with a sharp-eyed teenager, blocking each other with careful moves. You win and the crowd chatters, clearly impressed. Okay.
3 cryos, not much.
Because we have 4 because of the +1 into it. Well, we might lose cryo or we might get +2 low ender, so I'm inclined to do this.
Do it.
Do it.
Nice. You end up in a tight match with an older man, small crowd gathers. You lose, but the pats on your shoulder suggest you gain some supporters. Okay. So we're up to 3.
Yeah, you might need to work at the bar or something that gives you more substantial.
Yeah.
So let's hit up cyberspace to see what we can do with that too. If anything. Actually, the place where we would go, now that we got the Ripperworm doing that stuff, is the keynote. We might be able to make some money.
Hey, there you go, 2.
Yeah. Let's do that. One encrypted key. Encrypted key.
We have a 3 left.
We do. I mean, for the bar. I just want to double check, see. Right, can't do that anyway.
Yeah, I forget what I think the key is used back in the real world for something.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Maybe shipyard? No. Yeah, where have we seen the encrypted key? He's still working on that. Yeah, I mean, I think basically it's like the bar or... Oh, God, 150. And 60 for the freaking ship mine.
Yeah.
What is this? Oh, interesting. Express delivery. We got a new... Alright, I hadn't seen this one before. So, delivering noodles to the nameless units at the low end takes guts and a certain fearlessness when it comes to asking for tips. Well...
Yeah, I think that's a good bet.
Do it.
Okay. Nice. 9 cryo.
Okay.
Somehow you find all the units you're supposed to be delivering to, but not without cutting back on yourself multiple times. I think that's enough, though, to get us food anyway.
Yeah, it is.
All
I think it's actually where we have one extra. Yes, 15. We should have 16. Yep.
Wait, no, we have 14.
Can we get 2 3s and a 9?
We lost 3 the second time.
Oh, because we lost. You're right. We didn't get it. Well,
you're out of options.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess we're going to sleep and gonna wake up a little hungry.
do it all over again. Welcome to being an adult.
Yeah, right.
No money in your pocket, and you still got to get up and go to work.
Good night, Elvis. Sleep well. Hey, Mrs. Dunsel. Oh. Okay. Definitely need some energy. Okay.
Oh, we just woke up. Okay.
Yeah, and the hunted clock is almost over. We're going to be falling afoul of that shortly. Okay. So, let's go back over to here. Not there. Where's the low end thing? Low end, low end, low end. Right there. Okay. Right, so we could do the...
Make some friends.
We could do the... Say again, what?
You can make some friends. That doesn't make you money, but...
Yeah. It
Just like in real life.
True enough. Nice. Okay, and we did get some cryo. Okay.
Cool.
Man, we're almost close to getting that. Yeah. We're almost close to getting that low ender. Take a shot. Yes, we lost 3 cryo, but we got more low ender. We got 2 low ender left, which means we could wrap it if we... Yeah.
You also need to eat. You need to eat.
No, I know, but we have money for that. So, I see what you're saying. Oh, you're right. I have 17.
Okay, yeah, you have enough to eat then.
Let's eat first. Yeah, that's a good call. You're right. I'm good for it. All right. Okay. Right.
What if you worked another shift? Because then you make more cryo.
At the up here or at the bar?
The bar.
Okay. I don't know if we make more at the bar or not. Let's find out. Bar shift, yeah.
Less that high.
Oh, yeah. We should also... Looks like you can actually buy food here for 10 instead of 15. Probably gives you less.
Oh, rations. Yeah.
That's a good call, though. Yeah, if we're ever in desperate need. Nice. 15 cryo plus good service.
Great.
That clock's almost done, too.
Yep. Yep.
Well, you've got enough money now you could bet if you wanted to try to get your low end up.
So, yeah. So, I'd say either that or we haven't done anything in the cyber world yet this time, but...
Oh, there you go.
Oh, wait a minute. We got access to stuff now. Let's see. This half-built unit looks long enough for forgotten, a project that never made it. With enough scrap, you might be able to seal it up. Okay, input 1 scrap components. That's easy enough. Let's go with that. Tuck the scrap into the shattered interior. It's hard to imagine this place as a home, but it can't be worse than a container.
Oh. So this is a new house.
Yeah, the problem is I don't know that
we might need soon.
We might not. I was going to say we might not get there before the freaking...
before we die.
And there's a tea house. All right.
Well, there's another room to gamble, it looks like.
And we have Havenage data. We heard the Yadigan Enforcer based here has been paying low-end residents for information on Havenage movements. All right, tell me more. Tea House is
and
Enforcer.
You got cryo.
Yep. Signals for a hacker to come out for the upload. Their eyes widen as the data streams onto their system.
And you can still go do a little...
Yep. Yep.
Oh, that's new too. That one that was just blinking. Is that
this
sealed
one?
dock new?
No, that's Neovend. And we can't do anything with that until we get the ship mined.
Right.
And we need 30 more cryo before we can buy a ship mined, unfortunately. Okay. So yeah, I guess we do... we either go to the low end, right? Or I guess we either do that or we go into the cyber world.
I mean, if it's a 2, I'd use it for cyber.
Yeah, I think it's probably
because you could lose money gambling.
Yeah, that's a good call. All right, so keynote, Yadigan agent. What is this? Oh, Havenage agent.
Oh, and you needed 2. Look at that.
Okay. Now what do we got? Ah, another one of those. And that means that I can now go back to... where was the place I just was? It was this place, right? The tea house. And give them another one of these. Pay me more money. 10 cryo. Okay. So now we've got 40. So now we're much better on the money front. But I don't know that we have enough to... wish we could actually buy scrap somewhere. Oh, that place that did the... not here. There's the place that's selling the ship mined, I think also has like... don't they have just scrap? No, I guess not.
No, I think you have to get scrap by scrapping it from stuff, but we don't have that job anymore.
Yeah. Yep.
That
Although...
is it.
Actually, wait, what about the shipyard? Does this give us scrap? No, we couldn't do it anyway. Alright. Well, so... question really, I guess, is... yeah, be hunted, and I think whether we try to get more energy. Yeah, I don't think so. Like, I was going to say we... oh, and his clock is going to finish next turn anyway, so...
yeah.
Alright, let's hope for the best. I'm going to save. Oh, no, time since last autosave, 10 seconds. Okay, great. Hopefully this is like, you escape, but you won't be able to go back there to sleep. And then we can make enough money that we can go make our new place or something. Hopefully. Okay. That clock
How'd you
is
only
gone.
get 3 die?
I think because our energy is starting to drop down here.
Didn't we eat?
We did, but this part up here, yellow.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, here we go. The bounty hunter, Ethan. All right, who wants a hold of this one?
All right, Zach, it's on you. It's on you.
All right. All right, I reserve the right to change the voice. I'm thinking, just taking a look at this guy.
What's up, Rising Tides? How you doing, man?
Cynical
Welcome back.
bounty hunter. All right. Hold it there, sleeper.
Comes a voice from behind you.
Don't you run.
Run. Okay. We're gonna talk our way out of this. I have a feeling that's how we have to do it.
Good.
And pats her coat down.
You know your master's voice.
Ethan spins you around.
What the heck?
Yep. He's wearing a wide smirk and a slick jacket, and you immediately know he's terrible news.
You got all the way out here, and then stayed put.
He laughs a cruel laugh.
Is that a sleeper thing? You're my first.
You barely hear him. You've noticed the handgun he has leveled at your chest, and it's hard to take your eyes off of it.
Welp.
He reaches down with his other hand and slips some kind of ring from a belt loop without taking his eyes off of you.
Making it to the eye, though. That's pretty good. This place isn't so bad. Bars, markets, people. I pull most of my contracts out of asteroid caves or off of godforsaken moons.
He splits the ring into 2 perfect circles. It's hard to hit. Oh.
You're right, narrator. It is hard to hit civilization when there's so much space to pass through.
Who are you?
Just a freelancer on a contract.
He reaches over to slide the rings around your wrists.
Go easy. Dun, dun, dun.
Thank you, Tilted Gaming. Thanks for get that 15-month streak rolling. Thanks for the Prime sub, man. I appreciate it. Thank you. Hope all is well. Appreciate it.
He's got a gun.
Ethan's got a gun. I guess still talking. All right.
Good. You got the idea.
He grins.
It's over.
Ethan nudges you to start walking.
To the ship and home.
He whistles.
Going easy.
You stumble down the corridor, your hands behind you, your mind racing.
Who hired you?
Your daddies at SNR. They want you home for dinner.
Ethan yawns and continues to nudge you down the corridor.
Shame to come all the way out here just to head back to Essenop right away. That tracker of yours makes this too quick. I was hoping you put up a bit more of a chase, you know? A running battle through the bright market, maybe, or a holdout in the low end. There's a few establishments I would have enjoyed checking you out while I asked around.
You walk on in silence for a little longer, desperately trying to think of a way to escape. The Espenarp tracker, I almost said Arp, will be the death of you.
It tracks me on top of it. Yeah.
Hey, I have an idea.
Ethan interrupts your thoughts.
How about on the way back to the ship we stop for a drink? I'm buying.
He laughs at his own joke.
I have a better idea.
Oh, this better not be one of those where you do a dramatic pause and then try to jump me. Because I'm pretty tired of that. Although,
muses Ethan,
I've got myself thinking. What's the rush here? Here we are in one of the most lawless joints in the surrogate systems, and we're heading for the exit.
Exactly.
He pauses, and you trudge on in silence.
Okay. Here's the idea.
Start, Ethan. Sorry.
I mean,
I
started.
Yeah.
You're right, I did start. You and me, we make a little agreement. Here are the terms.
He turns you to face him.
You run, or leave, or try to abandon the eye, I shoot you. You plot or scheme, you try to kill me, I shoot you. But
he smiles.
You come meet me at an establishment of my choice every few cycles. You pay my tab. I don't shoot you.
He pauses.
You don't pay my tab.
He rattles his handgun.
You get the idea.
I get it.
What is he, the mob? We gotta pay him now?
Okay then. That sounds to me like a deal.
He stretches.
You know, I really thought I was going to have to kill you, but this is so much better.
He clicks something at his belt and the rings release from your wrists.
I'm going to see if I can find my old stool at the compressor club. Come see me there.
What about his people? Like, what about SNR? Aren't they gonna be like, yo, where's the guy?
He aims the handgun at you, squinting down the sight.
Let me just remind you, That body of yours is one big tracker. So, don't even think about leaving the eye. I'll know.
No, if you give me a few more cycles, Fang is going to cover this.
Ethan turns and strides off down the corridor, slipping his handgun away. The mix of relief and terror you feel is overwhelming. What are you going to do?
I'm going to run! Okay, we've got a new drive. Pay Ethan's tab. Wait for Ethan to run up a tab. Okay. But, good news. Fang's got info, we hope.
As you arrive, Faye continues striding towards you, taking you by surprise.
Let's go, Sleeper.
He puts a hand on your shoulder and turns you back the way you came.
Go where?
To see Hardenhurst.
Hardenhurst!
Da-da-da.
It's Vocalist Night. Thank you, Crit Twitch. 32 months. Thank you. I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. Good to see you. Welcome. Welcome to our increasing number of people we have to pay to keep on the good side of the law. Anyway.
To see Hardenhurst.
Gives you a sideways glance.
Isn't that what you're here for?
He steps into the passageway, guiding you down ring towards the shipyard.
Sorry for the hurry, but we have something of an opportunity. That data you ripped, well done, by the way.
He grins.
Tells me Harden is making a rare inspection of the sidereal horizon this cycle. It's a perfect chance to confront him outside of that compound he hides in.
Fang takes a sharp turn onto a dimly lit side passage.
Sidereal horizon?
Still catching up? That's the massive colony ship being built out in the shipyard. Biggest commission Havenage has ever had.
Fang slows and slips into a dark service tunnel where, somewhere in the black, a water pipe drips.
It's him, Sleeper. The same Hardenhurst. Our worm ripped out decades of records that mention him by name. An entire trail of documentation from the first days of the Solheim collapse until now. He wrote out the whole thing. Slipped into Havenage when it first broke off from the Union.
He paces in the tunnel, a hand rubbing at the back of his head.
I need you to understand something about Solheim, Sleeper. I don't know what you know about the collapse, but it wasn't as instant as it sounds. It wasn't like Solheim was here running the station one day and then the next Erland's Union took power.
Okay, 1 sec.
Yas.
Yas? Auf Wiedersehen.
I love that he's wearing black. So right now it just looks like he covered the screen.
Come on, I want to hear Dot's fancy robot voices.
Nope. Can't have it.
I want to see Neovend again.
Okay, I'm just going to put the child to bed, and I'll be right back in 1 second. Talk amongst yourselves in the meantime.
Actually, this might be... I need to take a bio. Y'all, I've been sitting all day. I'm going to take a bio and stretch my back.
Wonderful. I'll keep chat entertained.
You do chat.
Hello, chat. It's just you and me. Welcome. I hope you guys are doing great. Hi, Configuration Queen. Rhubarb. Yes. I really love Rhubarb. When can we expect Clay streams? I don't know. That's a good question. Maybe next week. I am thinking of a few games that I might play on my channel soon. I did just finish the new Plague Tale game, which was pretty good. And yeah, I might play through Elden Ring. Haven't done that in a bit. And then there was one other game, a few indie games and things like that. But yeah, what games have you guys been enjoying lately? Anyone looking forward to the new God of War, which I think comes out tonight? Or anything else? World of Warcraft's new expansion soon. I've actually been playing a bit of WoW off stream soon. Where can we follow you? Great, good question, Configuration Queen. You can follow me at https://www.twitch.tv/ZachClay. How to survive as an indie press. Oh yeah, Emily, I get you. And also WoW. Yeah, WoW is fun. I like to do in WoW I do a challenge run. If anyone's ever played World of Warcraft and you know about the Iron Man challenge, where it's like you can only wear white gear, right? You can't use uncommon gear or rare or epic gear in World of Warcraft. So I do something like that when I play. So I've been playing in like basically with super under level gear. There's a lot of experience stuff going on right now in WoW too, which is cool. I love you, Colonel Sanders romance game. Oh my god, that sounds amazing. You quest in heal spec. Oh my gosh, Emily, that's awesome. Yeah, that's pretty wise, especially. See, everything's filtered through my brain of doing WoW challenges. Questing in a healing spec is actually pretty smart if you're doing a challenge in WoW, but yeah, I wish they made questing in a healing spec a bit easier, but what can you do? Anyway, yeah, I'm really enjoying this game too. It's a thinker, this game. Lots of great dialogue. It's just sort of sad. Oh yeah. Yeah, my main is a restoration shaman, so yeah, I'm just perpetually used to switching to a DPS spec that is like feels foreign to me whenever I want to do anything by myself, you know. Holy priest without friends, but it calms me. Yeah. Discipline's a pretty good leveling specialization because it's a healing spec, but it has a bit of shadow in it, you know. So I've always enjoyed discipline, but anyway, yeah, there's a lot of cool games out there. You know what else, Pat, is I just started watching. Oh, the kids are asleep. 5 Raiders, welcome in. We put a pause on our show because we had both of our other cast members had to go do things real quick. But welcome in Raiders. I'm just keeping chat entertained. Hey chat, I also, you know what show I started watching for the first time just this past week? I have never seen an episode of Stranger Things. And so just this past week, I started season 1, episode 1, Stranger Things. I somehow, over all these years, have avoided nearly everything about that show. Not for any particular reason. You know, and I'm a big D&D guy. We're lots of D&D people here at this channel. So, yeah, so far it's very good. Yeah, Stranger Things, I recommend it so far. It's really good. I'm only on like episode 4 of the first season. Now there's like 4 seasons. 1 just came out. So yeah, that's been a lot of fun so far. It's nice having a show to get caught up on.
All right. I also changed it to a comfy shirt, y'all. I put on a t-shirt.
Yes.
I'm so sorry.
Yes.
Y'all, it was like I was at full capacity for the day. I was all official, wore a collared shirt, I voted, I got my hair cut today. I've had 2 streams already. I'm like,
yeah.
It was time for a t-shirt for Dot.
Business.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm. Dot, have you had time to play a lot of games in your free time at all? Or any games recently?
What am I playing right now? Well, you know what? I'll tell you of a couple really cute games. So for those of you that like avatar-based world builders or like little scenario-based like Sims games, I've been playing one that I really, really like right now called it's still technically unfinished. They're doing constant releases for it, but it's called what is it called? It is called Tavern. No, it's called Tavern. It's called Traveler's Rest. It's called Traveler's Rest. It's a Steam game, and kind of like, you know, it's got that Stardew Valley kind of vibe where you're like starting out, but you're opening up a tavern for adventurers.
Oh.
So the whole thing's about like running a tavern. So you get to make like ale and you get to make cheese and your foods and you have to stock everything and you can expand and make like bedrooms they can rent and stuff. It's been very fun. It's very, very cute. And it's really neat because as the game gets better and better, because you're hosting the tavern, you get to hear all the talk amongst the people, that the travelers that come through. So it's been a very cute game. I've really enjoyed that one. It is cute. It's like a perfect, like if you're not looking for combat, you know, you like the kind of, you like the Stardew Valley vibe. This is really cute, really fun. It's called Traveler's Rest. It's been great. And then I started a new game of Outer Worlds
I never
recently.
played that.
It's great. Let me just tell you, it's great. I made the mistake the first time I played through nobody told me that if you do what I usually do, which is play the main storyline, the game actually ends. If you complete the main story, regardless of how much side quest stuff, like the game is done. So like I played through it in like 12 hours.
And you're like, oh, that was it.
Because I thought it was gonna be, be like Fallout or something where you play through the main story, but then you can like then do
I
all
don't
the
like
side
when games
quest
do
stuff.
that. They just like
But
when you don't know if it's gonna finish or not.
But based on the story, it's important. Like what happens is important and it makes sense why you can't continue the game. But I didn't know that. So I was encouraged to like start again. So I'm taking my time now. Now I'm talking to like every person, doing every side quest, ignoring the main storyline.
Yeah.
Like, but it's actually it's very, very cool. If you like the kind of aesthetic or like vintage vibe that Fallout has, this has that same like 50s futuristic space if it was like on other planets. It's actually a very, very good game. And I tend to get really particular when it comes to first person shooters, and it actually has a really nice like combat system. So I have only positive things to say. And the game does a lot of those things where you make decisions, and as you make decisions, there'll be certain things you can't do and certain things you can do now, or certain characters that'll talk to you. So it's a very decision based game. So those are two games I'm actively running through at the moment.
Great. What was the first one called again?
Traveler's Rest. It's adorable. Highly recommended, especially if you're looking for like a chill game. It's one of those great games you can play before bed that like puts you to sleep or like gets you, because it's just like a simple, easy game. So highly recommend Traveler's Rest.
Traveler's Rest. And also, welcome back, everybody. Thank you, Kids Are Asleep, for the raid. I think you may already have bailed out, but I appreciate it. Welcome, myself. But Streams in here.
Sorry, I went and like stretched and changed into a t-shirt because I was feeling really uncomfortable in my
it's all
voting
good.
my blue voting shirt I wore today.
Which, from what I can tell from a quick update, was a useful voting shirt to have, because this is not a red wave, people. This is a red not so much.
Well, it looks like we're probably still going to lose the governor's race in Georgia.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But and although that sucks, that was already Republican. What we can't do is lose the Senate. So
that's actually true. Yeah, we can't lose the Senate, which is without.
Yeah. So anyway, promising. But okay, so we're back, and I am back. Thank you all for patience. Okay, so we are. Where the heck were we?
I think you were hitting continue.
Yes, that's right. Next, Erland's Union took power. Right. Yes.
Yeah, we're about to track down Hank
Hudson Hawk. Yeah.
Yeah, Hank Hubbard.
Humbert.
Back then, Solheim knew this place was slipping away from them. As the palladium market collapsed, they tried to keep the contractors here working. The pay got smaller, the costs higher. People like my parents were forced to work nonstop just to keep a berth on the station and water in their tanks. Solheim squeezed every last worker until the mistakes, the accidents, were coming in nonstop. And as new waves of contractors came in, desperate to work, Solheim welcomed them, taking bribes instead of checking pilot licenses. The whole time, Solheim was folding up, dragged into court cases in the central systems, while this severed limb of a station still desperately tried to take all it could.
Yeesh.
The riots came after the collision at Dock 2. Young pilot, his MEV overloaded with palladium, miscalculated his trajectory, took out a section of the ring. Hundreds died, thousands panicked. My parents told me people were terrified, and the blame fell squarely on Solheim. People like to tell stories about Erland, how he brought the factions together, spoke to the crowds, turfed out Solheim. Maybe that's true, but my mother, pregnant with me, locked herself in their MBV and welded it to the dock while my father joined the improvised crews, trying to seal up the ragged edges of the gap. He never came back.
Bang pauses in the dark.
They sealed it up, though. And by the time they did, Solheim was gone, abandoning every one of us to the black. Apart.
Bang finally turns back to you now, his eyes burning.
Apart from shits like Harden. Shits who held their place, wrote it out. slipped into the new structure like nothing had changed, standing shoulder to shoulder with those they had exploited at every step.
Charming.
Fang starts walking again.
That's why I can't just let him strut about the shipyard. This time his past catches up with him.
How is he still alive?
Clearly you don't know much about executives. That kind of power comes with certain benefits.
Yeah, well, human resources.
Fang rejoins the main passageway, which is now wide and glass-roofed. Though the ceiling you can see ships... Through the ceiling, you can see ships in mid-construction. Their flanks... I'm so sorry. You know what? I moved this to a new screen and now I can't read it. Pause. Dot side. It's too bad for the screen. I have to go to the screen. Okay. Fang rejoins the main passageway, which is now wide and glass-roofed. Through the ceiling, you can see ships in mid-construction, their flanks lit by the flashes of plasma torches. The entrance to the shipyard is ahead.
See, the whole let's go thing, like, is he just going to be like, face me, Khan? Like, what is it? Is it going to be in front of, like, a million people?
Yeah,
like,
we're starting a rebellion? Like,
yeah,
what is the...
Like, if so, can I go inject myself with stabilizer?
What is your tactic here, Fang?
Can I have some mushrooms, please, Fang, first?
Just revenge.
Let's go.
Fang grins.
Let's show this shithead some consequences, whatever that means.
He strides to the shipyard entrance and pushes through the door.
We flip around and go the other direction while he does that.
We slip into the bush. A web of corridors lead through the complex. Snatches of the construction bays always appear through windows. Ships are suspended like whale corpses, skeletal and posing.
Interesting.
Fang seems to know exactly where he is going, and before long, you cross into a huge dry dock locked on one side of the sidereal horizon. A network of platforms and scaffolding cling to the ship's hull, filled with workers and equipment. Sound is stretched out by the vast space so that the welding, cutting, and sealing seems to come from everywhere at once. Both you and Fang spot them at the same time. A group walking slowly across the gantry. And at the front, two men, one gesturing towards the ship and the other, stick thin, cleanly dressed, with a stalk of gray hair.
Hardin.
You and Fang say his name in unison. Fang sets off up the staircase to the gantry with all of you following. As you come to the same level, the group is passing closer. The foreman gesturing to the work being done throughout the dock and Hardin nodding along.
Oh, jeez. Really?
Ardenhurst.
This is your answer? Oh, okay.
This is great. Fang shouts
Wonderful.
across the noise, taking you by surprise. His voice bounces and comes back in a rippling echo. The figures turn.
I think they should be done.
Ooh.
Yep.
Yes.
Ooh. And I would guess what we'll do is, like, whenever your character speaks, I'll narrate, and vice versa. Hardin asks quizzically, raising an eyebrow. He glances between you and Fang, and you can see his gaze linger on your body, unsure of why a sleeper might be in this place. You're a traitor, Hardin. A Solheim executive who tried to hide here among its victims.
Fang's voice is steady, strong.
You stand for everything the Eye was rebuilt in the shadow of, against everything Erland stood for, everything Havenage stands for. You have no place on this station.
Your staff is broken.
For a moment, stillness descends on the group as if everyone was held in place by the rattle of construction.
Hardin laughs.
Well, good to meet you.
He glances around at those around him. Some are smiling, the others nervous.
You are from the systems branch, are you not?
Asks Hardin, inspecting Fang's clothing.
Fang turns to the foreman.
You need to call your Wait, is this me?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I guess
fine.
so. Yeah. You need to call your security. This man is a corporate agent.
The foreman glances between Fang and Hardin. his hands drumming at his sides. Hardin leans towards him and says something inaudible. The foreman nods.
So this isn't going to work, but if I stay silent, I'm just going to wait as they all right, take him out. It's true.
As you begin speaking, Hardin turns his attention to you.
And what would a sleeper know about that? You accuse me of being a corporate agent. What are you if not exactly that?
He looks around at the group, who are already eyeing you with suspicion.
You are a product of Espen R? You have no place in Haven's shipyard. Who knows what signals you are sending back to your makers?
A murmur of approval runs through the group.
Fang holds up. Oh wait, peas and carrots. Watermelon. Oh, Fang holds up a stick of memory.
You guessed right. I am systems, and I have records that link you directly to Solheim right here.
He turns to the foreman again.
So once again, I'm asking you to take this man into the custody of the shipyard.
The foreman remains still.
Hardin's voice is calm, measured.
If you have such data, why hasn't it been submitted at a members' meeting for proper review?
He shakes his head.
I have nothing to hide. Unlike a man who does not announce his name, who enters my shipyard with corporate property in tow, and tries to turn my own men against me.
You're right, I haven't announced my name. I am Sparta! Then you kick him into space, like just...
Yep.
Justice!
You hear it now. The echoing sound of boots on walkways, coming from all angles at once, and then settling behind you.
Great.
Please,
says Hardin.
Submit the data through the correct channels, and then we can talk. For now, however, you must leave.
He gestures behind you to the security detail, their hands on boxy black sidearms at their sides.
Fang spits.
Uh-oh. Hardin, you shithead. You can't wriggle out of this one.
A security officer draws their weapons and levels it. Fang turns and stares at him.
This is so dumb. We have like 100 security officers around us. Like, we're gonna be like, there comes a time
I think you
when
need to calm him.
Yeah.
If he gets himself killed, then that's him.
He's gonna be pissed.
That's what I
too.
think.
You look at Fang. He shakes his head and puts a hand on your shoulder.
Let's go,
says Fang, and he pushes through security, heading back down the walkway.
I thought they were gonna just arrest us on the spot, actually.
Once security has walked you out of the shipyard and nudged you back into the corridor, Fang picks up pace. You try to keep up as he slips into the shadows of an entrance.
Sleep well, Emily.
Fang is grinning ear to ear.
Sleepers, sometimes people are exactly how you expect them to be.
Oh, look at our boy Fang. All right. So he wasn't just being suicidal. He actually had a plan. All right.
He had a plan.
Yeah.
Something pings
Why do we never hear these plans, by the way? Can I just say? Is there a reason that we're never let in on these things? But anyway, go
on. Something pings in his pocket, and he takes it out. On the slate, a web of connection starts drawing itself out, stretching to a set of points around the ring.
Got him,
mutters Fang.
What is that?
That, Sleeper, is something our worm added to Hardin's personal slate. We're tracking his outgoing messages.
Nice.
Fang's grin looks ghostly in the uplight of his screen.
The old ways are best. Spook them good enough and they'll give the game away.
He jabs at the slate, and you see the web is being drawn over a map of rings, lines bouncing from point to point.
All these dots.
Little red ones?
Mm-hmm.
All these little red dots.
All these little red dots. These are Hardin's buddies, the ones he's messaging right now. And we're going to find them all.
Wow. Little red dot, friend of a murderer like Hardin. Shaking my head. Unbelievable.
Come on, Doc.
Get that money, corporate money.
Get that corporate monies. That was on purpose?
Of course. Hardin isn't working alone. We need the full set or nothing.
Ben glances around and slips his slate back into his pocket.
We better split for now, Sleeper, but this is exactly what we need. Good hunting.
With a pat on your shoulder, Fang drifts away, back into the flow of people around the shipyard entrance. You watch him go, unsure whether to be angry or impressed.
So, yeah, the problem... Oh, we got an upgrade point because of the drive. Okay. That's going to be important, actually. All right, let's actually do the upgrade point first. So, this is the instant karma thing we were looking at. But we need... because we need 2 upgrade points.
Do you know how I know that nobody likes Hardin?
How's that?
Because there's no image of him online that I can find for my stream deck.
Interesting. I wonder if it's like kind of a reveal or whatever.
Oh, I found one for him, but it's definitely just a screenshot. Yeah, a lot of people do they have special art for really important characters, but clearly Hardin is not considered important enough to have his own.
Yep. I think we got to save this upgrade point because I mean, thinking about this thing about obsessive haggler. That's clearly the thing that would allow us to haggle, but that we'd need to get this and then another one and so this is the one that gives us the best option.
I mean, looking at it though, we've actually, now that I think about it, we've been able to spend our dice pool every day, because they give you stuff to use even the low rolls on.
Yes.
And I've noticed since then that a lot of what we are trying to do keeps getting measured by engage, the engage skill. So I don't know. I thought that it was a good idea to get the reroll, but I don't know.
But there's been a lot of intuit too, though.
There has been.
There's been seldom something where we haven't had. I mean, there's been an engineer or two, but he usually is put opposite intuit. Yeah. We haven't had endure, although now it's going to be all endure.
Yeah.
That just seems so useful to me, that instant karma. And then after that, we could go back to the engage. But So
I wonder if you might even be able to use that ability after you've already spent the dice that you want, maybe. You could spend the good ones, and then if you wanted to re-roll your remaining 2 and 3 or whatever.
I'm sure you could do that. I thought you were saying do it and then they roll it so you get another 4 or 5 dice. I was like, well, no, I don't. Well,
no,
I see what you're saying.
Not that. But
basically like Yahtzee, right? You're re-rolling the dice that you didn't want to use. Yeah, I could see that. So I think we hold on to that for now. I mean, and no harm, no foul. If we find something where it's we really have to do this. Okay, we've got the compressor club. This is the guy, Ethan's tab. Oh, jeez. All right, well, we're not going to do that now, sadly. Okay, so we've got a 5, a 3, and a 2. We need to get energy, obviously, up to full again. We want to go, one more turn, I think, and then use this. The reason, my thought process on that is, I know we get fewer dice, but we're only going to get 1 shot at that stabilizer, and that's going to bring us all the way back up to full. And it's going to cost us another 100 credits to get another one. So I figure, we take advantage as long as we can, basically. We can go 1 more turn, and then we're in 1 more cycle, and then we're going to have to actually up that. So that would be my thoughts. So let's head into the Cyberverse. Let's use one of our 2s, and then the Havenage Agent thing. Got another Keynode. I also got another one of these Yadigan agents. Does this give us anything? Can't do that one. That one is a 1 or a 3. We can't do that either. What about this Keynode? Also 1 or 3. Wow, famous last words. I was thinking that I was going to have to... Wow. Okay. Looks like it's all about the 1s or the 3s. I mean, I can do another Havenage agent, but maybe this isn't the best time to do the cyber world then. All right. We were going here, right? We were going here to try to do this abandoned unit. We need more scrap for that. We don't have other scrap yet. So maybe we complete this clock of the low ender and see if that gives us access to more stuff. Because it's definitely this will definitely complete the clock. So
yeah,
I say we do that. Duel with a sharp-eyed teenager. We also got 3 cryo as well. Crowd chatters. They were impressed, and now we are a low ender. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? We get anything? Oh, we did. Caster. Ooh, we got another character, it looks like. All right, cool.
I think Dot should get this.
Definitely.
Voice.
Totally agree.
You cross between 2 walls of units, one of the cavernous streets at the center of the low end. The pressurized bridge is full of the clack of Tavla, the shouts of children, the whir of air filters.
I 100% thought that was my kid. Like, I heard this like, rah, I'm like, what? And I was like, oh. Like,
I didn't hear it yet.
Nice. Who's this dude?
Okay, Caster.
Caster.
Hang on. Let me
He's a low-end data fence. So
low-end data fence.
So you figure like he's like Blade Runner style hacker that works in the shadows, but he's not like I'm cynical guy. Like he's it's like the academic type who's sort of like I find this fascinating. What's his name? The professor from Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep? The book.
Yeah. It's always hard to do dude voices, but I'm gonna try. Okay, I'm gonna mute myself. Give me 5 seconds.
Yeah,
okay.
All right.
Instant karma's gonna get you. Yeah, it is. Instant karma's
Reminds
gonna
me
get
of there's people, there's those what they call them chess hustlers.
Yes.
In New York City.
Yes.
Right. Yeah,
very much that way.
That too.
But it's like there's always the one person in the post-apocalyptic or dystopian future who's like, yeah, things are all right. You know what I mean? Like he's just like, well, things are tough, but whatever. But he's not like super cynical the way Ethan is.
Yeah, no, he looks like he's got a mission.
Yeah.
On his mind. But yeah,
he does look like a chess hustler too. You're right.
Mm-hmm. With the board there and everything.
Waiting for Dot to come back.
Okay, I think I got it. We're gonna try for this one. We're gonna just see if this works out okay. If not, I may just voice him and be done with it. Yeah, do or do not. There is no try. There is no try. It's hard to make your voice sound manly. Oh, I'm sorry. It's just it ain't
Same.
easy.
Same.
Okay.
Did you say same?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to make my voice manly.
Hard to make my voice sound manly.
Yeah.
What is a man? Who knows? No, I'm just laughing at R's reaction.
That voice was too manly. Sleeper. It's like an auto tune,
Anyway, you turn to see a man sitting at the Tavla table alone, somehow untouched by the hustle and bustle of the people around. He gestures to the stool on the opposite side of the table. And says,
Let's try this one.
Ooh, that's
better.
Cool. I like it.
Sit.
I'll sit.
You sit at the metal stool and he starts setting out the board with counters, or at least the filter caps low-enders typically use in their place.
Caster.
He says by way of introduction, looking over his glasses.
Night or day?
He asks, gesturing at the caps crudely sprayed white and black.
Day.
He rotates the board so the white caps are in front of you.
Let's begin.
You take a plastic die each, pitted and worn, and roll to determine who starts. Caster rolls a 6, you have a 4.
I lead.
He smiles and begins to move his first cap precisely along the board.
I'm very pleased that backgammon won out in this battle between backgammon and chess.
Play passes back and forth between you, the dice changing hands as the caps spread along the board. As it does, Caster speaks, eyes not leaving the caps.
It is unusual to see a sleeper on the eye. That is why I wanted to play with you.
You take your turn, rolling a 5 and a 6.
Going to play carefully.
After all, a sleeper's mind must be somehow different to a human one. Being emulated, I mean.
As Caster talks you As Caster talks, you build up a wall of caps, stacking them safely across the board. Progress is slow, but you remain unexposed.
I don't mean to offend you.
Caster meets your eye.
I merely see that you are by definition different. What has been subtracted in the emulation? What has been added?
He slides a single cap onto an open point, a risk and an opportunity.
That's a good question, CQ.
He hands you the dice.
Do you ever think about this, Sleeper? And what you were before what you are now?
Always.
You roll a double 1 and solidify your wall. Caster whistles.
A holding game. Commendable. It can be brave to build from what came before.
He rolls the dice and leaps your wall in a single move.
But we cannot idle too long, Sleeper. The slower we move, the sooner we are caught. The past you is not just an idea, a concept for you. It is a living, breathing person.
He looks up over his glasses, his eyes bright and wide.
You split from them like a shadow splitting from its caster. They may be sleeping now, yes, but one day they will awake and carry on with their lives unaware of your fate, no matter what it may be.
He hands you the dice, smiling.
You are a branch severed from the main trunk, an offshoot of who refuses to die, so to speak.
You roll again. Under pressure now, trying to slip your caps out from under Caster's before he solidifies control of the game.
So what I am curious about is how you see yourself in all of this.
Caster asks,
What does this tangible of truths make you?
Driven.
Caster laughs.
That much is obvious, Sleeper. See it in your eyes. You are eager to make all this count for something.
He looks away, through the glass to the crowded units on all sides.
But driven towards what?
He starts removing caps, his home board now full.
Is there an end here, or just endurance?
You try a few more rolls attempting to get back into the game, but Caster clears his home board with a sense of the inevitable. He's known he was winning for a while.
I feel I may have pushed too far.
He slides another cap from the board.
I apologize. My curiosity has a habit of getting the better of me.
You roll to return a cap to the board, but all the spaces are blocked. Caster clasps his hands apologetically.
You play well, really. Your weakness is not your game.
Listen, you patronizing piece of...
He smiles warmly.
Oh.
We have much to learn from each other.
He slides his glasses back up his nose and sits back.
I feel we could share knowledge, ideas, perhaps even data.
His eyes glint with that last word.
To our mutual benefit.
He slides his final cap from the board. It is over. He has won.
I'll see.
Please, I don't want to make you uncomfortable.
He holds up his palms.
My intention is only to help you endure here. And if I am able, feed my curiosities.
The game over, you notice the bustle of the walkway once more. The call of the children, the deliveries, the arguments and reconciliations. They wash over you as you stand and leave, Caster nodding goodbye as you do. Crossing the walkway, you replay the moves of the game in your mind, looking for the opening that you were sure was there.
That's pretty cool. We're getting allies here, which is what we need. All right, so what happens at the data table? Okay. What? The stories about Yadigan are brutal. Oh, I get it. A vial of stabilizer should provide the motivation. He has a ship mind if we can... Okay. So we can either...
Oh.
We can give him a bunch of Havenage data, which the problem is we don't have any right now. We need to get some. And And then the other one is we could get stabilizer with the Yadigan stuff. How long until that other place, until they leave? Does that mean they leave this turn? We need to try to get some money and get that ship mine fragment. Although, actually, wait, we have what? That's only a fragment, though.
Yeah,
so,
how do we make the whole thing?
You need a few of them.
A few, yeah, we'll need more than one.
I mean, we have one. If we get one more, that's 2. We probably need like 3 or 4. So we could do that, but that's expensive for that. Or we get him Havenage data. How much do we have here? There's like... Not Yadigan. Havenage agent.
Well, he takes both, right?
Right, but the Havenage agent one is the one for the ship mind. The Yadigan gets you a stabilizer, which is also useful, but if we want the ship mind so that we can... Because we want to move this forward as well, like get them safe before Hunter shows up. Because what I'm hoping is that we free him and that cures a lot of problems with Hunter. Like maybe he gives us a, I don't know, laser beam of doom or something. Something to destroy the Hunter.
Laser beam of doom.
So, yeah. So, what about over here? Right, and then there's a ship mind fabrication stack in the back of the market, but only trusted traders get access to it. So then we could use this. So we could play the exchange, which would give us automatically, I guess, some trade. We'd help this clock along. And also using Intuit, which is good. So if that works out, then we would get cryo. We could lose cryo as well. But it would allow us, worst comes to worst, we can still get food. We still would have enough for that.
And I think with a 4 we'll be okay.
Yeah. Yeah, all right. Nice. 12 cryo and trusted trader. Outstanding. So now we have 58. And just, I'm not going to use this. Just want to double check. Oh, that's the same, actually.
Yeah, I would do it. It's worth it. And then we can...
Yeah. Nice. So we have one more to finish that clock. And we have 70. So we could... Okay, so this is what I'm thinking. We spend... Because it costs 10 to get the rations, right? Is what we decided?
Yeah.
So we spend 10 here before they leave. We send... I mean, not 10. 60, rather. Here to get a second ship mine fragment. Right? Then we use the 10 at the bar. And the 10 gets us enough to keep us going for another turn, which we need to do anyway before we use the stabilizer. Then we go up to next turn with one of the dice, assuming we roll reasonably well. We go back to wherever the heck I just was that I already forgot. Where the heck was I? The exchange. We go back here. If we succeed, we finish the trusted trader because we're going to need the ship mine fabrication stack anyway. That makes more sense to me than trying to collect 6 Havenage data.
Yeah.
Which, you know what I mean? Like, so...
It's a lot more dice rolling.
Yeah.
Or like dice usage, yeah.
Yeah. All right. So, so where was I? So we spend the 7... So we spend it on the ship mine fabrication thing. Okay. We now have 2. They know they're fleecing you, but you need this. Yeah, I couldn't haggle it down. They have 1 more to sell, but they're probably going to be gone by the time we do it, but that's all right. Okay, so there's that. Now we take the 10 and we get the food from the bar. Nice. That did give us 2. I was wondering if it was going to be as good. Okay, so... That's like playing it close, but that's good resource use, I think. So, all right, Feng is still doing his thing, so we go back to the container. We end the cycle. Also, we want to do this that costs money before we have to pay back Ethan whatever we're going to, you know, we owe him. Okay. Still fading. We're still doing all right on this. This is taking a while, so that's actually okay. I mean, I'd rather hold on to that stabilizer as long as we can. Oh, and this is done. Okay, let's wrap this up. Was this you, Dot? I think I'm pretty sure it was, right?
No, that was
me.
Yep, that was.
Oh, okay. My bad then.
I was supposed to say I have buttons that tell me. What did we? Ankita?
Ankita. Yeah, Ankita. I think you're right. Ankita. Yeah.
Has crouched in the computing core of the ambergris, swearing to herself when you enter. She doesn't look up.
These shits completely ruined the core's connectors when they cut it.
She holds up a thick fistful of ragged wires.
The ship mine they ripped won't even be usable without replacing these.
She throws a bundle of wires across the room.
Amateurs.
Can we repair it?
There's nothing to repair. We need an entire ship mined. Not exactly the first thing you can expect to dredge up from a scrap freighter.
She sighs.
Fragments maybe, sections of a mind, but a complete ship mined? No way.
Ankita climbs out of the cooling well where the ship mine should be. The space suddenly crowded with her on the same level as you, towering over you as she stoops beneath the low curved ceiling.
Come on, nothing to be done here now.
She leads you back through the guts of the amber. Though you could find the way back yourself, the repair process has left you familiar with the cutter's idiosyncratic layout, all diagonal angles and bundled tubes.
What do we do now?
Ankita seems lost in thought, and you focus on the corridors, ducking below conduits and passing through bulkheads. Eventually, you arrive in a galley, though it's hard to tell. Most of the benches and prep surfaces are covered in half-stripped components and welded hull patches. Ankita shoves a box of filters on the floor and sits.
There's no way around it.
She starts out of nowhere.
We need a new ship mine.
Join the club, lady. I'm trying to get a ship mine already. Where from?
Scrap freighter, ort exchange. Hell, find one in the overlook bathroom. Doesn't matter where. Just matters that we get one.
She rubs her forehead.
Seems I'm about to do something very stupid. But hey, I came here, didn't I? Why not make a run of it?
She fixes you with a hard stare.
Well, she's able to fix us. Why don't I? Just kidding.
Hey-o.
Yeah.
Sleeper, you're all I've got. No crew, no friends. You're it.
She looks uncomfortable.
I appreciate the time you've put in on the Amber, and I'm sure she would too if she could. What I'm saying is, if you screw me on this, I will kill you.
She leans over and hands you a stack of chits. A big stack of chits. You don't dare count them.
Get me that ship mine, Sleeper. Don't make me regret this.
This is gonna suck. I've been working on a ship mine already, man. But...
She sighs.
Look, just get out of here before I change my mind.
You slip out of the galley and head back towards the main lock. As you do, Ember growls and creaks like a caged animal. You reach a hand out to calm her. Time to find Ankita a ship mined somehow.
Yeah, but I'm already trying to find someone else's ship mine. Whoa, 100 credits. Okay.
Can we just buy one for that?
No, because we don't have anywhere to get it from.
She told us where we could find them.
Actually, there is a scrap freighter here. The scrap freighter just showed up, and what did we need scrap for? It was
Our new home.
The new home, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that unit right there.
Right. Yeah, back here.
Right there.
Right. Yeah. We need 4 more scrap though for that.
3 more, because you've already got 1.
Oh yeah, 3 more. Yeah. 3 scrap. And let's see. So we could get 3 scrap, 20, 40, 60. Could get 3 scrap to do the home.
Get scrap?
Well, from here. That's what I'm saying. You buy scrap. You can buy scrap from them. So we could buy 3 scrap.
But you can't. The unloading containers doesn't give you any. You just can only buy it.
Right. I think that just
gives you.
Yeah, this gives us cryo. So.
Okay.
And we can only get 3 scrap from them. So we could get 3 scrap from them and build the home. That's 60 credits. We can't pay, like... He won't take cryo, I think. It has to be this Havenage thing.
Well, I say we need to probably use these dice while we've got them. Right,
I agree. There's no clock there. That's just for cryo, basically. There's nothing here that's exciting, right? Okay. How's Feng's thing coming along? Okay, he's got a ways to go. That's yard hand. I mean, I don't know. There's more info probably that'll come there. And then the other thing is this, which is the transit hub that we haven't done yet. And
what's that yellow dot that's blinking? Is that like a scroll back down the ship the other way? There's one that has like a yellow dot. Keep going.
This one,
right
that's what's his face. That's the one that we're actually trying to get the goddamn ship mine for.
Oh, that's the one we want the ship mine for.
Right. Right. So Helion Crossing, yeah. So I'm glad we got the scrap frag. I mean, we got the ship on friends when we did, because they did actually leave, which is what I was worried about.
And we have to get her a ship mind. Does she have a time limit, or she'll kill us if we don't get her one?
No, I don't think there's that.
I mean, this clock's almost done. We ought to complete it.
Yeah, which we could probably do by playing the exchange. I guess we can do that first.
This was the line you were going to try to do.
Probably save the 6, I'm guessing, because at worst case to worst, we'll get something out of it.
Because you only need the one.
Right. Yeah, we got it anyway.
19 cryo, nice.
All right, let's go. Give me something good. Tell me something good.
Give me something good.
Fabricate ship mine. Okay, so 3. We need one more fragment. You have
one of those.
We have 2 of them.
That's what we're gathering.
Oh, okay.
That's what we need. We need one more ship mine fragment. So we do need... Okay, so we have access to it, so that's good. And this one is probably... Yeah, now this is just like whatever.
Where do we get another fragment from? I thought there was another place.
There isn't yet. Well, except if I'm looking for a fragment of anything, I'm looking at a shipyard, right? And that's the one shipyard that we have left that we know about. So my inclination would be to say that. I don't know whether the bar would be a place, because we're closing in on done with this too. I don't know whether this is something that would get us...
I'll tell you what I'd do. I would, if we can finish this clock and finish up the bar shift, get as much cryo as possible, because then we'll have more. We can buy the pieces we need to...
For the scrap.
Before we go to sleep, for the scrap for our new sleeping spot.
Yeah. Yep. All right.
Okay. So you can get it all done before you go to sleep this time around.
Okay, but then we're definitely, because it's risky, we got to go. Well, let me see.
You do need food too. You need energy, because you're going to lose 2 when you.
Right, but we got a lot of. Wait, what? Say again.
Aren't you going to lose 2 energy?
Yeah, no, we can eat, but that's like, we have enough cryo that we're not going to use that up, I don't think.
Yeah, we won't use that much up.
I don't want to use that too, though. I'm going to go with 6, even though...
I would, yep.
Because we want to make sure that it's definitely positive. And that also gets us more cryo, as you said. 137, good service.
And you finished the whole clock because you got 2.
Yup. Tala! I don't remember who was playing Tala. Was that you, Dot? Who was playing the bar? I think you were playing the barkeep, right?
Yeah.
Yep, correct.
Okay.
The Girol slides. What is Girol a type of?
I feel like it's a mushroom that Emphas is looking for too.
That's right.
We actually almost have enough to get to the Greenway to get him his stuff, but that's 150. It's a lot. Anyway.
Yeah. The Girol slides from the bottle into the lumpy recycled glass. A pale, grassy yellow under them overlooks warm lights. The spacer nods and takes the drink, bringing it up to their face in both hands like an offering bowl. This is the good stuff. The stuff Tala says is aged in wooden casks, stored in some closed-off part of the old station, among corroded wires and softly looping systems. Though, sometimes it's hard to tell if Tala's joking.
Are you joking?
Either way, you like pouring this stuff. It gets on your fingers, and if you rub them together, you can smell the mossy drink, cut through with aniseed, mushrooms, wood, as the alcohol evaporates. You like those who order it too. The aged Girol is kept beneath the bar, open to order only by those who know it's there, like the quiet spacer sitting at the bar right now.
Watch the spacer.
They're far enough away that you can freely watch them as you close the bottle and tuck it beneath the bar. You call them a spacer because they bear the hallmarks. Pale, vac-suited, bird-boned, and hunched beneath the weight of the station's spin gravity.
It's a really good description. Pale, vac-suited, bird-boned, and hunched beneath the weight of the station's spin gravity. Says everything you need to know in a small phrase. It's good stuff.
Mm-hmm. But the closer you look, the less you see a type. Pale eyes, almost gray but kind. Delicate fingers that lightly drum the bar as if it was an instrument. A shock of black hair almost covering a forehead scar.
It's Harry Potter. What's up?
It's Harry Potter. You're a wizard. You're not a spacer.
Scars are something you've learned to value. They're what marks out your body from the hundreds, maybe thousands, who knows, of similar models that rolled out of S&ARP's biolabs. You find yourself rubbing one on your forearm. A rough little split. Something that on the good days you might think of as a mark of defiance.
See you, Alphabet Stream. Sleep well. Thank you for stopping by. See you on Saturday.
Suddenly you hear a heavy clunking at the door. It creaks open and a huge cylindrical metal tank tumbles through, slamming into the floor.
The hell?
Shit.
Tala breezes in from behind it, a whirl of hair and bright eyes.
Shit.
Tala?
Sleeper,
She ducks behind the bar and comes over.
can you help me with this?
You look at the huge metal tank suspiciously.
How did you get that up here?
Tala puts a hand on her hip.
Are you going to help me or what?
You come around the bar and get to one side of the tank,
Okay,
says Tala.
on my count. 1, 2, 3.
You both heave the tank up to standing. Somehow. You hold it in place, struggling to keep it steady.
Tala?
I'm in the back.
Comes a voice from behind the tank. Somehow you manage to lug the huge thing into the back room, where you place it in one corner, dwarfing the rest of the contents in the cramped space. As you do, you hear a crunch.
And that was the end of Tala.
You stand back and look at the expired rations oozing out from under the tank.
Oh, shit.
Tala looks at you apologetically.
I know you liked those.
I needed to eat that. Okay, that's okay.
You push the crushed rations to one side. That's the end of that. Tala looks exhausted and rubs her shoulders.
Francis, I swear to...
Francis?
Francis? I mentioned him already. My guy on the door deals with suppliers, tall.
She sighs.
Oh, he was supposed to be back from... Atene?
I think it's
Up in
Edians.
the Edians? Up in the Greenway by now. Back with our year-old.
She leans against the tank.
Seems like he's gotten lost again. Or joined the Hiffa commune? Hippa?
I don't know. Yeah,
Haifa commune?
Haifa? I would say Haifa.
If it is
Haifa?
HIPAA, we can't
Haifa?
talk about it. Yeah, the Haifa.
That's true. Haifa commune. Oh, he's joined the Haifa commune. We need that Gerold. There's 4 other bars near here, and the spacers sure as hell don't come to the Overlook for the ambience.
She looks through the open door to check if anyone can hear her. She knocks on the hollow tank.
So I'm taking matters into my own hands.
She smiles.
Welcome, Sleeper, to the Overlook Distillery.
Oh boy.
You look around the dank back room.
It really is the dankest of distilleries. This needs some work.
She picks at some paint flaking from the metal walls.
Well, you might need some help, though.
She shrugs.
You up for it?
She knocks on the tank again.
It could be fun.
Could you give me 500 Okay, happy to help.
Okay,
She grabs you by the shoulders.
I'm excited.
She turns around and looks at the tank.
I reckon we chop this thing in half, one half for fermentation, the other we turn into a still. We'll also need to gather the ingredients.
She turns back and looks at you.
Look more like a chopper than a gatherer.
She smiles.
So how about you build the still, and tub while I work on the rest?
Sleep well, CQ. We're gonna be. We got about 10 minutes ourselves, maybe 15 before we wrap up. Yeah, dankness holds the flavor. That's right, Critchwitch.
Oh, wait, Sleeper, I have an idea.
Tala's grinning now, and it's making you nervous.
To make up for the rations, how about we put in a kitchen here, too?
Will it fit?
We'll make it work.
She turns back to the tank.
This is going to be great.
She says to herself. You look at the dented tank in the bare room. At least she has vision. Tala nudges you out of the back room and closes the door. As you go back to the bar, you hear the banging and thumping again. The spacer finishes up their drink and nods in your direction as they leave. You can't quite tell if it's a gesture of sympathy or good luck. So much for a quiet shift.
We got a new drive. Oh, man. Improve the overlook. Tala wants to build a distillery in the back room in the overlook, and Tala is someone it is hard to say no to. All right, what are you going to want from us to do this? Oh, my God. Will you look at the number of...
Oh, jeez.
It's like 12 or 13... Wow.
Oh, Tala, that's a big ask.
We'll get right back to you, Tala. We'll help out there.
And
all right.
You crushed our rations. Come on.
I mean, seriously. All right. So now we can get. Well, we have a 2 actually. Okay, we have Yadigan agent. We have Keynode. Give me a 2. Give me a 2. Give me a 2. Damn it. I mean, I guess we put in some for... yeah. Well, all right.
You need those Havenage ones anyways.
Yeah, we do. Okay. Hunter is getting closer. Yeah, that's what I thought. Hunter's getting close to us again. All right. We need food, but we also need to pay for the scrap. So let's pick up the scrap. We're going to need... we have enough
3.
that we should be fine. Yeah. So... Scrap the first. Okay. Oh!
Oh!
Look, we just got it!
Wow.
Well, all right.
Okay.
We didn't even get scrap. I mean, I guess...
Oh, that screws us out of a house, but at least we got our ship mind.
Yeah.
That's funny.
I guess, do I pick up the other 2 scrap while I'm here?
Yeah, I do. I do think you would.
Wow, that's
I mean, it would suck.
sweet.
It would suck if you got another ship mind fragment, but...
No, yeah.
What did you get?
We got another scrap component.
Okay.
Dang. That's
funny.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, 2 scrap components. Okay. And I guess we can't do any more of that now, right? Because...
Yeah, until it goes down.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So, okay, well now... So now the big question is, who do we get the ship mine for? So if we go down to here, we can put this into the...
I think you definitely get it for Neovent. Neovent's going to save you from the Hunter.
I agree.
The Hunter.
Yeah.
That was the goal. And the Hunter's right on our heels again.
That's good. Yeah. It's a good
So
call.
maybe you should probably...
Plus, we haven't seen our dear Neovend today.
Yeah.
That's right. We got a ship mine core, ship mine built. Okay.
And I would say wait until tomorrow, but they don't really have you using dice for narrative events.
No.
So you could probably just do it.
Also, we got an upgrade point, so we can do this now.
Cool.
Yeah. There we go. Okay.
I wonder how you use that. Oh, there you go. A little re-roll button.
Well, re-roll.
I mean, you could
Once
try
per
it.
cycle,
There's no
right?
harm. Yeah.
Yeah, but you've already used
Yeah.
them. It's only going to
Yeah,
re-roll
I
what
didn't
you
know.
haven't
Well, I
used.
was hoping Damn, we didn't patch that out. Oh, man. Okay.
Zach
all
and
right.
Arvo here trying to cheat the system in
I
front
mean,
of everybody.
Hey,
there's
look.
no harm in pressing the button.
In
huh?
the hard and fast life of here of the ship. Okay, let's get food first before we do before we go get the, just in case the guy's like, oh, we escape and then we lose energy or something. So cryo. Okay, nice. All right, we still have 62. Right. Okay, now we go here. Okay, good news. Good news. We have this taken care of, Neovend. Okay, ship mine delivered.
Here we go.
Yeah. All right, who was playing? Was this you doing this, Dot?
Oh, it was Dot all
With
the
a
way.
voice? Yeah.
Yep.
Sleeper. Must express plan before we begin.
Neovend is impatient. The prospect of being free of the vending machine clearly... Wow, this has so much vibes of Gladys trapped in the potato. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Neovend is impatient. The prospect of being free of the vending machine clearly too much to take.
Shipmind has no output features. Will be mute until slotted.
What's the plan?
The servo motors in the machine begin to rev. Neovend's anxiety clear.
First, imprint shipbind. Then slot imprinted shipbind into physical ports close to Hunter nest. Once slotted, we'll track Hunter at each.
Okay.
Tracking will find core nest. Slot shipmind at core nest. Show Hunter data to Hunter. Hunter will conclude sentience. Hunter will invoke Killer.
And Killer will...
Kill. Yes.
The lights on the vending machine cycle as Neovend prepares.
Physical ports likely sealed in old station. Will need keys. But yes, simple.
I have 2 of those keys. We have 2 of those keys already.
The vending machine rocks a little.
80 questions before imprinting.
Why slot you physically?
I cannot access via network. Too dangerous. Hunter would find immediately.
The lights flicker.
Am not like you. Hybrid. Am native to cloud. Easy prey.
Alright, what's the core nest?
Hunter keeps central data storage. Protocol must keep data outside self. Link to secondary nest. Can triangulate from here.
Alright, let's roll. Yeah, DOS, exactly, Echo.
The sound of all the servo motors starting up at once is painful. The screeches rattle from the hard surfaces of the sealed dock and come back at all angles. Neovend better be quick, or Havenage security will be here. Neovend's voice appears among the squeals like a whisper carried by the wind.
Machine is not designed for this task. Few sensors, limited inputs. I work blind. Wish me luck.
In the top part of the compartment, a set of arms align with the ship mind, clunkily scraping against it.
Can I help?
Silence best. Also, if machine ignite, put out fire.
Okay, great.
The metal creaks as the servos open the ship mind, its layers of silicon nested like an onion skin.
So just to be clear, a vending machine is currently imprinting a ship mind so we can track down a cyber hunter before it destroys us. I just want to be clear about how this all goes down. Okay.
Yep. It's basically like Neovend is laser cutting themselves onto a thumb drive right now.
That's great. And it's being run by something with the approximate skill of, what's his name from Borderlands?
Claptrap.
Claptrap, right?
Once open, the main arm of the machine rapidly shifts back and forth, realigning the microscopic components, accessing and rewriting them, imprinting Neovend into its physical form.
Okay.
As you watch the hypnotic motion, your mind drifts to your own creation. What processes were used to emulate your mind, to copy the neural structure of that person who, as far as you know, still sleeps in some distant facility? What was lost? In what ways are you a copy of that person, and in what ways are you something new? You know this much. You're a convenient loophole, a way of circumnavigating the illegality of sentient AI. After all, you're an emulation, not a true digital being. You're neurologically limited, still human. But what would you become if you could escape this frame? Where then would the limits lie? The screeching stops. The machine powers down, dropping the bay into darkness. In the top compartment, the ship mind is whole again. You reach up and take it down, heavy and cold to the touch. Is Neovend inside this thing, or did the process fail? There's only one way to know. Time to find a nest to slot them into.
We got an upgrade point, and we have to physically do that? Wow, okay, that's 3 points for that. So now, I mean, I guess, first of all, the question is whether to gain a rapid now.
That would be...
Right.
Yeah, it's a good.
We all saw the same thing,
scrap.
right? Because we could, because we could use the scrap.
That's the one.
Yeah, I agree. All right. So where? Okay. So that's fine. Where are we supposed to find this thing? Because our new drive is, where is it right here?
You have to. It said you're looking for where the hunter is.
Hunter.
So you probably need to go down. I would guess.
Okay. What's the new drive that I just
Deal
got,
with
though?
Hunter.
Oh, deal with Hunter. Slot imprinted ship mines at nests. Well, so I have to do it down here, don't I?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Keynode, Yadigan agent.
If not, there was a yellow flashing thing again. It was a new one.
Yeah.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah. Right there.
Yes, drone base, sealed hunter nest. Yep. Okay, see? Because we had these keys. I knew that we would... That's pretty cool. All right, you put your ear to the door here, an erratic whirring inside.
Just a time check to Arv.
Yep, no, I know.
Your girl turns into a pumpkin.
I know. Yeah. I definitely was noticing. I mean, not you turning into a pumpkin, but then... Okay, it opens leaving the door free. You'll be able to investigate the nest now.
Okay.
Which means that... Okay, in the bay...
Oh, it's a time clock.
Imprinted ship mine.
Okay. One of 3 nests that once slotted with Neovend's ship mine will lead you to the hunter's central data cache. Okay, drone is quiet, belly full of cables. Across the door, great. Okay.
There's more of those, too.
Did you see more of them?
One right
there's
there.
one. Yep. Okay. One of these. What I love about this is even with the dice not being there, like we have other stuff.
still
You
be
can still play, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Great, and that means that now opens up this, which we go back in here, we do this. And so what we'll do when we play next time is we're going to have to get an encrypted key so that we can open up the last one of these. We can do that on the other side. Now, the only problem with that...
Did we put our scrap in for our little house?
No, we did not. That's a good call.
Yeah.
We did not. It's too bad. We're not going to have quite enough to do it.
Close, though. We'll be able to get it next time.
Yeah.
Or we could try to do something to get scrap now that we have that new...
Yeah. Because the thing is...
Scrap. Wait, no, we do have enough. It just plus our scrap pile.
What? Really?
Yeah.
No.
Down there. Don't we have an...
No, because that's
Oh,
the
no,
that's
it's not the same
mine.
icon. You're right.
Yeah. We have one more that we have to do. But the good thing is, so I mean, we'll have to do that. That's the last hunter nest. So the only problem here is... Look at the hunter level. I wonder if we'll be able to do that and survive the hunter one last time. We're not going to do it now, obviously, but like... Because if we... Where's the last... There's another Haven Age agent. Right there. So if we do that, we get the... Oh, no, not the Haven Age agent. The Keynode.
Uh-huh.
That right there, when we do it, will give us, I believe, an encrypted key. And that will
make
allow
a
us...
note. We need to Keynode to get a key to do the last hunter.
To do the last hunter.
Yeah,
which
I'm taking notes, too.
God damn, though. I wish we were one more further along, you know, because I'm like, Anyway. All right. So we're going to rest because that will autosave it, and we can't do anything else, and then we will stop. So rest to autosave. Where's our thing? Right. No. Where's our
Oh, you passed it. It's right. Yeah, there you go. Oh no, that's the fabricator.
Oh, okay. And
There you
hurry
go.
this up, Fang. What the hell is taking so long? All right.
Yeah, and we'll have fresh dice when we return.
Yep. You were destroyed. Just enough. Okay.
Good
Cool.
dice too.
Yeah, look at that. A 6, a 4, and a 3. Okay, perfect. That means that
Nice.
we should have auto-saved. It should tell us. Time since last auto-save, 0 seconds. Yes. Okay. All right. Yeah, serious progress, folks.
Cool.
We did some good work here today.
Man, I really like this game.
Yeah, me too. I'm actually really enjoying it.
I wonder how different it would play out if you played like a different character.
Right,
like
because we've
different
been able
builds,
to use our Intuit actually quite a bit.
Quite a lot. So I'm interested,
so-
like, if you played something totally different, would it pan out differently? Would your relationships be? It almost makes me want to play it on my own just to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I
See how it
imagine
plays
it
out,
would
so.
it would be pretty interesting to see it.
It
so
is on for those that have Game Pass on PC or on Xbox. It is on Game Pass, or at least it was. So.
Yep, and it's available. Obviously, I have this from GOG.com, so it's available from GOG as well. And actually, I think I should be able to check quickly and see how much it actually costs. Because according to this store again, all games, which is always a little confusing to me. Right. It is the deluxe edition is $38. That's what I have, but I also you've got just the regular one, it's $20. And I mean, so far we've played this for 7 hours and 14 minutes. You figure we've got at least that much, I would say, left. And that's only episode 1, by the way. There's episode 2, Refuge, which is, I think, going to be releasing shortly or is almost out.
Oh.
And then episode 3
I imagine that they're
is
about 20
2023.
hours a piece.
Yeah, that makes
like
sense.
if you actually take your
Yeah.
time, they're about 20 hours a pop. Yeah.
And then episode 3 is 2023. So,
Yeah.
very
Nice.
cool. A really impressive game. And I think it's good for the amazing Arvocalists, who, as always, were
It
amazing.
is.
I will begin, as per usual, with the amazing Zach Clay. Zach, good stuff today, as always. Enjoyed the
Thanks.
various things. I was glad that you were able to do some Ethan, cynical bounty hunter, in addition
Very
to
cool
Yeah,
character.
I channeled my inner Rami Malek for that.
Nice.
That's what I started to feel once I did the voice for a bit.
Yep, absolutely. How'd you feel about today and the game and such, and where will the lovely folks see you next?
Felt great about it. This game is awesome. Definitely a thinker. Really cool concepts, and lots of good D&D fuel too as a dungeon master. So very cool. So I enjoyed it a lot. Sad that we're not going to play it for another 2 months probably.
Yeah.
So it'll be a little bit. But otherwise I'm excited for all the new stuff. So chat and others, you all will find me back on this channel for our Christmas Carol, Arvocalists, in a month's time. And also for Expedition from the Mysterious Peaks, our bi-monthly. That's funny how that works. Bi-monthly meaning both. It could be once every 2 months or twice a month. Who knows by that? But anyway, our bi-monthly both D&D and sci-fi campaign with Esper Genesis thrown in there as well. So that's been a lot of fun. And on my own channel where I do stuff. Yep, that's me. Thanks. Great. Bye.
Always a pleasure. Thank you, Zach. Good stuff. And Dot, also great stuff as well. And you got a chance to work out a lot of the voices in the end, including for
I
a
worked on
variety of them.
Castor's voice. He was much lower than I thought he was, so I brought him up just a little bit, so he sounded a little less, chest boomy. But okay, I got 2 new buttons tonight, everybody.
It's pretty cool, and Castor looks like he might be an interesting character as more time goes on. Plus, and also, even Tala, which feels like a somewhat side questy thing, but still, it feels like some cool stuff that can kind of develop over there in terms of that character. So it was cool. How did you feel about today with this game and such, and where will you be next?
Wonderful. It was wonderful. It's always nice to be here to do this. Where will I be next? Oh boy, everybody. Well, you can check me out on Wednesday nights playing with Zach. We're finishing up our Alien game. We've got one more game before we take our break for Thanksgiving. Yeah, just reminding you we're going to be gaming tomorrow night. So. Thursday night, if you like Tolkien and Lord of the Rings on the same channel, which is Unmade Gaming, I actually get to play in a One Ring game, and it's actually been very fun. Actually, Arv, you'll love this. Hang on, I gotta find it. It's usually right here, but where did I put it? Oh, here it is. Sorry, I cleaned up my desk area, and then you can't find it. So my dwarf character for the campaign, I've been writing an actual in-character journal for them because she's a scholar, and so I've been writing in Dwarven
Oh, check you out.
I know. I even got like little maps. I've been writing.
Someone has gotten into this
That's
character,
awesome.
I see.
Yeah, this is yes, I have gotten into this character of Scarlet. But yeah, you can come check it out. It's a really great game, and I'm deep in my Tolkien feels right now because of the new Rings of Power show. Yeah, so there's a couple places you can find me. I'm excited to announce that my podcast network, Pride by Night, today we relaunched our like core group. So if you listen to Stitch of Fate, that coterie, the Drac Pack, has moved to Chicago, and we started a new show with that group called Cracked Crown that started today. Jason Charles Miller joined us as a guest. It was pretty awesome.
Awesome.
And our podcast network has just gained the rights to complete the 3rd season of SOS, which was running for a long time over on Roll For It. You knew me as Dakota. I wore dreads. I was a gang girl. It was great. We took a big break from it, and Roll For It was kind enough to grant us the rights to finish the 3rd season. So you can catch us for Shadows of Sybil starting in December.
Oh,
if you missed Dakota and my old gang girl character, she's coming back to close out the story.
That's cool. That's cool. And, and while not doing, that, you're also just, no big deal, just running a Fallout.
D3 at Sea cruise.
Yeah.
Well, that's been a long time. I've been working on that a hot minute. But yes, keep your eyes and ears peeled. They're going to be doing some like blog releases. So if you want to hear a little bit more about what I wrote, I'm going to be writing some blogs for Modifius. And doing some interviews with them. And then the product should drop sometime in early 2023. So hopefully by March, you can actually get a copy. For those of you that know of the current Fallout tabletop, it's very much a minis game. This pulls all the mini aspect out of it and has written new rules for the Modifius 2D20 system. So I'm very proud and very excited. Because man, Fallout's one of my favorite IPs, y'all. And it's gonna be really cool to be a part of the actual tabletop game.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's great.
Yeah, seriously. That's really sweet. So as you can see, I am, as per usual, surrounded by amazing, talented people. And this was good stuff. So thank you both, as always. Great stuff. I will see both of you. I'll see Zach for Expedition back here before this, but I will see Dot and Zach both back here next month, where Dot will be the narrator for Christmas Carol, which is going to be coming.
Should I break out my granny voice for all of us?
Oh, man, I am excited.
I have to be a granny.
Whatever voice you break out is going to be a good one. I am excited for it. So, chat, can we get some love for the amazing Arvocalists, as always? Thank you to Dot and to Zach, and I will catch both of you, along with Trent and Rob, who will be back joining us next month. Thanks,
Bye,
lovely
everybody.
folks. Catch you all soon. Bye for now.
Bye, y'all.
Bye. All right, y'all, I'm out of here. I got to give Brandon the bed.
All right. So that is going to be that. It was great to see them having a chance to do that stuff. And I am really enjoying this game quite a bit. And I'm enjoying it because I think it's a good game to play collectively anyway, let alone playing it for the the Arvocalists. It's great to see that anyway. So this has been a good time, and it was a great day of streaming, and I hope you folks enjoyed it as much as I did. Now, I got a bunch of work to do over the next few days, so I will not be around until Friday, but on Friday I will return, and I will be playing some Valorword with Michael Arundwood and Brandon O'Brien. I will be playing in that campaign. That, of course, is part of the Speculate family of shows, and we're going to be doing that Friday night, and it's going to be a Speculate weekend because all right, sounds good. Sleep well, Echo. Because on Saturday, we are going to have our Speculate fundraiser. Remember, this is going to be starting at 3 p.m. Eastern with a Critical Crafting created D&D one-shot for the amazing Triffity Mats and Prince Justin and Sean Duke from the Skiffy and Fanty podcast. They will be reprising their characters from Midwinter's Morning, which was last year's Critical Crafting one-shot we played. This one is going to be more spooky Halloween themed, but they're going to be doing that coming up on Saturday. Then at 6 p.m. Eastern, it'll be myself and Mike and Brandon playing Destiny 2 together. That's going to be a great time. And then Saturday evening, we will be giving way to Yori Casano, who will be GMing for the Strange Friends, and will be GMing Blades in the Deep. So doing some Blades in the Dark mashup with Heist Waterdeep. So I am very excited to see how that plays out, all to benefit the Speculate podcast. It is a fundraiser together. Not a huge goal, although obviously money is tight everywhere, I understand, but it's $500 is the one goal and $1,000 is the other, so that we can continue to provide a lot of audio editing costs and things like that. So we're hoping that people will stop by and be able to contribute something to get more of the awesomeness of Speculate, and we'll have some surprises there along the way. So that's what's happening this weekend. Very excited for it, and I hope you folks will be able to join us for that. I hope you'll be able to spread the word, and if you like what you saw and heard, I hope you will follow the channel. I hope you'll check out the YouTube at !ArvTube, Discord !ArvCord, Twitter !ArvTweets, website arvanelleron.com, financially !ArvShop for the merchandise area, !ArvTreon for the Patreon, and of course subbing to the channel is always appreciated. !Icarus for my Icarus graphic novel from Athos Arts, !Library for my Tales and Tomes from the Forbidden Library, my 5e adventure and sourcebook from Alligator Alley Entertainment, and !Grayshade for my Grayshade novel, which released on May 31st from Athos. Also Heretic and Renegade, other way around, Renegade and Heretic, which is the sequel and the finish up of the Grey Assassin trilogy. That's 2023 and 2024 respectively. That plus the tabletop role-playing game being designed by Brandon O'Brien that comes out next year, and the audiobook which Trent Sparks is working on of Grayshade. All of that is available either for order or pre-order over at that link with !Grayshade. As always, !BLM, Black Lives Matter, important to affirm and assert the significance and importance of Black lives. !Help Now, the World Health Organization page on suicide prevention. Important to reach out to others when you need help and to reach out to others when they need help as well. And Ukraine, Ukraine, as the fine people of Ukraine try to fight back against an illegal and illegitimate war. This is their chance to be able to do so, and this is our way that we can, in a very small way, step up and do something, although small, significant, because we are doing it. Please consider jumping on board to support that as well. And thank you tonight as well for voting. It seems like it did indeed have an effect, and that is great because God knows we needed it. If you were in the United States, thank you. That's going to be it for me. No raid today. It is late, and we've had a lot of streams today, so I'm going to let folks go, but I will see you folks back here, as I say, on Friday night for Valorword. Please do not miss it, and I will see you lovely folks here then. Thank you to my wonderful mods, Rising Tides, who is here, and of course Triffity Mats is here as well. Thank you to Critwitch, Mrs. Dunsel, and Triffity Mats as well for the Patreon support and subs. Thank you to Chatstats, to Craigery, Drapsnot, Galadriel Bot, totally not a bot, Iscariot Paladin, what's up Iscariot? Thank you to Katie Na, LaKaylee, Nonstop. Thank you to Stoned Archmage, and I already mentioned Triffid, who is a mod and a sub and all that stuff. Thank you everybody, much love, and I will catch you wonderful folks soon. Until then, everyone as always, be good to each other. Have a good day. Huh?